Howdy, howdy, carnivores.
Good morning.
We
Hello.
are we have a pretty awesome show today for you guys. We are back and we are doing a Texas recap kind of. Oh, there Michael's in here too. Raymond
There
is.
it is.
Yeah, so we have everybody on today. It's crazy. So we got Lynn, we got Ashley from Carnivore Brothers, Lynn from Midlife Carnivore, Coach Raymond, Bella, Steak and Butter Gal, and I think we got a few more possibly coming in. How are you guys?
Hey.
Right?
Good evening. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, happy Father's
Yeah.
Day.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day.
Father's Day. Yay. Right.
Absolutely. So let's see. Lindy had a great idea to kind of do a little recap and show some pictures and answer questions about Texas. If you guys wanted to. So, Lindy, you got anything you'd like to start us off with?
Oh, goodness. Yeah. What an amazing trip that we had. Going from housebound and, 800 pounds and thinking my life was over. I flew to Texas and met all these amazing, wonderful people. It was the best trip that I've had. You still can't wipe the smile off my face. I just had a ball. So, yeah, I miss everyone so much, though. I'm back to the grind, back to normality and work. And it's just like, I just wish the trip didn't end. So, yeah, love all you guys and miss you all so much.
Ew.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Well, first of all, Lindy, was that your first time in the United States?
Absolutely was. Yeah. I never thought I'd make it to the States. And Texas, wow, what a wonderful place. It was warm, but I actually survived the heat really well. I've never liked the heat, but I found it really comfortable. Sorry, Todd, but no puddles over here. I guess it's just I don't have as much insulation as I did before, and I survived really well, which is amazing. My lymphedema and that didn't flare up as much as I thought, so I was able to walk around a lot, and I'm really surprised how my body held up, which is really good. So,
That's awesome. What was your favorite part, you think? Or, what's your overall view of the U.S. for your first trip?
I don't like your roads, driving, the road rules. They make absolutely...
drove her around.
Bella was hanging on to the side of the car as well. I think she was a little bit concerned.
Todd drives so fast. The swerving, so aggressive.
Yeah,
I heard a little bit about Todd driving.
Hey, I did drive an Uber for 7.5 hours.
Road.
Yeah, for Lindy for sure. That's got
to be crazy scary.
Yeah, and then you turn right when there's a red light that you've got. Is it yield or something? That freaked me. I'm like, this guy broke the law, and then we go through the red light, and I'm like, we just broke the law too. And they're like, no, you're allowed to do that. You do that here, you'll get a ticket. So
Really?
No red lights. Yeah, you stop at a red light here. So the road rules are very different. And I did struggle to get around that. And then when we got home, I'm like, I just didn't know which is the right side of the road anymore. I was like, thank God I'm not driving. But I drove for the first time yesterday and I didn't do too bad. So I was on the right side. Yeah.
So the roads. So
the roads were the worst. Yeah. But no, I loved everything about the US. I loved the shooting. We went shooting. I loved the B&B that we stayed at. That was just amazing.
All houses are like that. All the houses are like that.
Well, look, if I could live in a barn forever, I'd do it. That was an awesome barn.
That was very cool.
Except for the scorpions. Sorry.
That was kind of cool, actually.
House guests.
That's not what I was thinking when I saw them in our abode where we have to sleep. But for sure.
How big was he, Todd? Like, you haven't seen all these scorpions. Look, they're like huge and they're black. That was just a little baby.
I understand, but what was really rough? Yeah, that right there.
Whoa.
What was really rough about that?
What's really big in that picture, Todd?
is that it was walking up a wall. I thought scorpions couldn't climb walls, and when I found out scorpions could climb walls, that made everything much, much worse. that meant that meant they can get in beds, you know?
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we saw that, Ella ran upstairs and checked the suitcase and the beds. She was so frightened. But yeah.
That was a real problem. But I know my favorite part was Ashley's smoked prime rib.
Mine too.
That was great.
Mine too.
You're officially hired to do that
Yeah,
anytime you want.
that's so funny. And y'all, it's not that difficult. Y'all can easily do it.
I believe you.
But that's what I kept telling my mom when she did her first prime rib. She was so worried about it. I'm like, just throw it in the oven. You're fine. You cook to temperatures. All you got to do. That's the only trick to prime rib. So, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that was
Wow. I still dream about it. Wow.
Now Brett did do the Frenching of the bones, which was pretty cool to add to the whole. There's the table of meat. Those were all the tomahawks. But the smoker definitely adds a cool flavor to it. But outside of that, this was the first time that I've ever cooked a prime rib or brisket. I mean, zero seasonings. There was nothing on that. We added the salt later. There was nothing on it. That was all the smoke and the meat.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
So good.
I mean, that may have been one of the reasons why it was so good. It was just that flavor of the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering why the foil on the bone.
A lot of times they do that just to help protect the bone from getting charred, but you're cooking it at such a low temperature that doesn't really happen. But we took after the tomahawks were almost at temp. We put it on that what he just showed there that over the hot fire, and so it would flame up, and that just keeps it from getting charred. And you pull off the foil after that, so that bone still stays kind of white for the presentation.
It was a thing of beauty. I'm telling you, those right there were my favorite part of Texas. And, we went to eat a lot of places when we were in Texas. And I'm not kidding you. By far, that meat, Ashley's prime rib and his brisket and everything was by far the best meat we had in Texas.
Yep.
Wow. Well, that made my whole trip worth it. Hearing you guys say that.
Well, it's 100% true, man.
Well, y'all are welcome to the household anytime. We'll always be cooking it up.
Yeah, I might rack up some frequent flyer miles to come get some prime ribs.
That is one of the beautiful things about living in Texas. The meat is, I know compared to the other parts of the country, is definitely a lot cheaper, and so I can afford those. And those were cuts of meat generally I bought when they were on sale for $4.97 a pound or something like that. I take advantage of those deals, and I try and buy a lot. And I kid you not. When I saw what meat was going for in Texas, it made me want to buy a whole lot of suitcases and fill them up with tomahawks and prime rib roasts, because it was so crazy. I was like, I wonder if I can drop this rental car off in Montana and drive back a truckload of Costco meat from Texas. Hey, there's my Rhett's on there. That boy Rhett, my carnivore brother.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna say, let's. I wanted to go around the horn here and see what everybody had for their highlights of Texas. Let's see. Let's start with Lynn. Lynn, what was your favorite part of Texas?
I think just being able to hang out with all of you guys and meet people in person that I only know online, and I think it was really great that we got to all stay in the same house or two houses, the same Airbnb. And I really I've been online with people, but it's really cool to just spend time with no cameras and just hang out and get to know each other personally. And that was awesome. And of course, going to the conference and going to our meetup and meeting people that are familiar with with Healing Humanity, you're familiar with Bella, Stick and Better Gal, everybody coming together, and it was great. It was amazing.
Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Just
Yeah,
finished
happy,
having
Lindy.
dinner and got my old Father's Day present. Happy Father's Day to all the
Happy
fathers
Father's Day,
out
Yeah,
there.
sir.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming on. You're just in time. We're going around the horn here about and talking about what our favorite part of Texas was. Ashley, well, let's go to Ashley. You're always in Texas, but what was your favorite part of Texas for that period?
Well, Austin's definitely different than the DFW area that we're out of. So it was very nice to get away and get down there. But we may all end up with the same answers. But legitimately, it was so cool meeting everybody. Like if I had to pick one person, it might be Max. He was my favorite, I think. But no, I did love Max.
Oh,
Yes.
he's gonna be
I
so happy to
love.
hear that.
Well, tell him I love how complimentary he was. He made me feel like a superstar every time I talked to him, and it's just he's great.
Wow.
He's a great guy. But no, it was really fun just meeting everybody in person. And it's like it was funny. Emily said to me one time, she goes, "You're a little fanboy, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, totally, I am. I mean, this is just amazing to me getting to see all these people that I've honestly looked up to and admired for last 15 months over and over, and all the videos and all the stuff that I've been trying to absorb, and then getting to meet, the Dr. Kiltzes and Dr. Chafee just hanging out, eating my cooked food. I'm like, this is incredible. But everybody, I mean, there's no doubt. And everybody was just so real. And so, I mean, I felt like we all were just great friends for that we have been for a long time. And so I loved it. Every bit of that. And so it's hard to, I think that's gonna be everybody's answer, really. That was a lot of fun. So
Probably for sure. Like, well, Brett, what was your favorite part?
It would just have to be, I mean, the Hack Your Health event was cool and the vendors and stuff were neat, but for me, it was all about the people and just meeting everyone face to face, shaking hands, the conversations. And
There
Max
he
is
is.
really cool too.
Hey, Adam. There he is.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Adam?
And
That's awesome.
I did really enjoy the Healing Humanity presentation
yes.
on the last day. That was a great moment, especially when we really packed that room. I mean, it was standing room only in the back. And I was really glad to see that room get packed. Yeah, there's me and Sean, Christy, Chafee. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could have got to talk to him a little more than I did, but yeah, for me, it was about the people and the connections and the conversations. And, I, even with just my little channel, I got recognized a bunch there. So that was a real surprise. I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but it was kind of cool because I never really experienced that very much. So it was just so nice, and everybody was so nice. And it just made it that much better. So, and the food was awesome.
Yeah, you guys killed the food. It was incredible. That's awesome. How about you, Raymond?
Wow, I mean, there was so many things. I mean, definitely the people. I mean, a barn full of like all these people that heck, I talk to you all the time, Todd, for example, or Lindy, and then I actually get to meet you guys in person. That's just awesome. So it's like we were all in that same room. Of course, staying at Max and Bella's, that was fun because Chafees were there too. So I really enjoyed that. And of course, the Hack Your Health event. I thought that was lit, even though that was a short amount of time, which it wasn't, right? It was an hour. Wait, how long did we have? That was an hour. It felt like it went by so fast. Yeah. Oh, cool. You got some pictures. Yeah.
Oh, we got to get back. We got to show Max jumping.
Max,
What was that?
Yeah. I'm glad nobody filmed me doing that because I hurt myself. So, yeah, this was awesome. Oh, yeah. There's Max. Yeah, Lindy. There we go. Of course, it was fun being with Max. Look at Emily.
So much fun.
Alyssa. Yeah, that was cute. Yeah, that's right. The dinner. I forgot about that. Meeting all the gang. That was so awesome.
I do that every morning. That's nothing.
Yeah, right.
He was saying that Sean jumps about that high.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Still impressive because Sean's taller than him, like about 4 inches. So he still jumped a good amount. So that was impressive.
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Adam, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Todd, how are you? How is everybody?
Well, we are doing fantastic. Thanks for coming. What was your favorite part of Texas?
Probably when Dr. Kiltz ripped off his shirt and flexed for everybody and screamed.
Did you see that, though? I missed
We
that.
did get a picture. There's evidence, but that's yet to be released.
All right. Wow.
Holding
Nice
for hostage.
picture there. Okay.
Yeah, that was an absolute blessing and very stressful at times, but pulled through and I learned a lot. It was a great opportunity to connect with all of you. Michael, I wish you were there. It was absolutely amazing. Hopefully next year we can meet up with you.
Yeah.
And thanks so much for everything you did on the live stream, holding down the fort for everybody. That was very, very well needed for everybody, and just truly appreciate you for that. So hopefully you can join us next year.
Thanks for
Michael?
grabbing the better microphones.
Yeah, that's what they recommended, and I'm like, man, these should work, but obviously something wasn't right with them. So
No worries. We know better next time.
Right.
For sure.
Lessons learned.
Absolutely. Bella, what was your favorite part?
Meeting you, Todd, meeting Lindy, just cracking jokes, laughing, smiling, and making good memories. I will never forget this trip. And if I talk too much about it, I will cry because I love all of you guys so much, especially being on Zoom with these people for months and months and years. Like with Raymond, it's been 4 years, just seeing him on Zoom pretty much every day. To meet you guys in person, in the flesh, and hug you and see your skin and your just everything in real life is amazing. There's nothing that can compare to it. Yeah. And that was the night where we were waiting for the bats.
Yeah.
By the way, Todd never left the car. Okay.
Never the whole time.
He didn't come outside to wait.
He was scared of the bats.
I was not scared of the bats. I was scared of the bat poop, is what I was scared of. Listen, there is rabies in that poop.
So, and Lindy got me this. Lindy and Ella got me this. And I'm going to introduce it as the first toy to my first baby. Like, you guys mean so much to me.
Little Joey.
And so cute. Lynn, Ashley, Brett, Adam. It was incredible to get to know you guys, to have meals with you guys, to sit down and just have real conversations. I will never forget it. And I can't wait to meet you guys again in person.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I agree.
How about you, Lindy?
Oh, didn't I go first?
Oh, maybe it's me.
Yeah, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, you haven't gone yet, Todd.
Oh, well, Michael was technically there. He was there. Michael did air traffic control.
Oh yeah.
Every plane ride we were on. Michael was in the background on StreamYard. He was my tech guy. My brother, what does he call him?
I was posting TSA reports trying to stop you from getting through the airports.
He was. Show much you posted on TSA. Show much you posted on TSA, Michael.
Let me see if I can find that quick.
Yeah, that got me cavity searched twice. Thank you. Well, Michael's pulling it up. Yeah, absolutely. My favorite is like everybody
You got
else.
cavity searched at Rogan too.
I did. So
Yes.
So we went shooting just before we went to the mothership, and I had some 9mm rounds in my pocket that I forgot about.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is what Michael put.
Awesome.
Man,
Nice.
That's how you get an innocent man cavity searched at TSA, Michael. Good job. But yeah, it was just meeting everybody and just man, it was so much fun. I mean, yeah, and that one too.
Yep.
Hi, Kip.
I'm still trying to track down who this person was that did this to you, Todd. I'm working on it.
Somebody did.
I'm sure. You know,
Made
it
him
was
super
funny
happy.
at the Healing Humanity. Some dude came up to me, and I had no clue what he was talking about. But some dude came up to me and he says, "Are you the guy that runs from light pole to light pole?" And Lindy, I was looking around, going, "I don't know what this guy's talking about." And Lindy's like, "He's talking about Kip," and I'm like, "Oh, great."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, it's fantastic. I can't wait to do this again. But I mean, what a resounding success! First of all, I think that the SBG talk at Hack Your Health, it had the biggest line that I seen in there, so that was huge.
Yeah. Well, I
That was
heard
amazing.
because I heard from Emily because she has direct contact with Robin, and I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this. But Robin said that panel alone was really the most well attended panel in the history of her events. So that
Oh,
was
wow.
so humbling to hear. And it's all because the carnivore community is so strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It was huge.
That's awesome.
I recognized that from all events that I went to. None were as well attended as that one. Everybody was there, and that place was packed.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that all the seats were taken and people were standing outside watching too.
Yeah, y'all crushed it too. It was great.
Yeah, the line was around the corner.
Yeah, it was. Oh, how'd I sneak in there?
Why were you there? Should have been backstage.
I know. That was fun earlier on. So
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a long line of people asking questions too.
Yeah. We didn't get to a lot of them. A lot of them.
Like
so
95%.
Like 95% of them. I know, right? I guess you saw the line, Todd. I didn't really.
Yeah, I did. When I came back, from speaking on the microphone, I looked back and I was like, "Oh no, most of these people aren't going to get hurt. They got like a few minutes."
Yeah.
Mm.
Look at that, Todd. That's so
Yeah, and Todd got to speak, stand up and share a bit of his
Yeah.
story. That was great.
Yeah.
Right after I came back and I looked back, I was like, "Oh man, oh no, these people are not going to get their questions answered." It was crazy how long it was. Yeah, next time that needs to be like a 3 or 4 hour panel.
Absolutely.
It could easily be.
Yeah.
Like your live stream.
One of the things I walked away from with the conference was just the feeling that it would be so nice to have a strictly carnivore conference.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
We need that. And I don't know what it would take to pull that off, but there's so much need for just more carnivores. Like the carnivore day that was more Sunday, obviously it was very well attended. And I got to kind of jump in for a little bit. Dr. Kiltz was at his booth out in the vendor area, and he was chatting with a couple of women, and I came by and kind of joined in. And this one woman that he was speaking with had gone around to all these keto booths and was really interested in carnivore. And it was very confusing for her as I listened to them interact, because she had all the little keto bars and the different keto treats that they had at the conference. And she was asking Dr. Kiltz, well, is this one okay? And he'd look at the ingredients and he'd point out all the bad ingredients. And a lot of them had seed oils, and it was really confusing. It just seemed like it would be really nice to have something that was just strictly carnivore. Maybe someday in the future that will happen.
I hope so.
Well, in reality, she changed the name from KetoCon to Hack Your Health because that last year we were already taking over half, and this year was probably
like 3/4.
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
Yeah, it's great though. To me, it feels like we have the chance to. We have the chance to take over. I mean, the carnivores are stepping up, so. This is it. So it might happen, Lynn. You're right.
I hope so. And it may be our groups that spearhead it. You never know.
Yeah, for sure. And Lynn is in Washington. I'm in Washington. Anthony's based in Washington as well. Sean Baker lives in Washington. Maybe one day
Emily
we
is
can
in
consider,
Washington.
Emily's in Washington. We can consider
Yes.
coming together and doing a
Sure.
carnivore themed event,
Yes,
convention,
I hope
whatever
so.
we want
And
to call it.
thankfully, if you didn't notice, Amanda from Carnivorous Me posted it. She's coming back to her channel. She posted just the other day. Yes, she's doing well, and she's in Washington as well. She's up in
Oh,
Bellingham.
really?
Yes,
Wow.
yeah. So I've been to her meetups before, and so we have a large carnivore community. And as you know, Bella, in Washington, there's a lot of vegetarians, and it's awareness, raising awareness in the Pacific Northwest and all up and down the West Coast would be really good.
Yeah. Hey, my
I love it.
carnivore brother Rhett, he's in South Washington, so
Yeah,
he'd be
he's
there.
yeah.
Of course, I'll fly too.
That's a lot of carnivores in Washington. Are you
That's
trying to
awesome.
say
Yes,
there's
in fact, at our meetup on Sunday night, I met a woman and her daughter that were there from Lake Stevens,
Oh,
which is like
That's
just 20 minutes north of where I live. And so there's a lot of Washington carnivores. So.
perfect.
That's awesome. Well, we should definitely get something like that. That'd be awesome. That'd be huge.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or Montana, I hear it's pretty lovely this time of year.
Especially around the 4th.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
right.
know if you guys are aware.
And Todd can do his fireworks.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but in 2019, Amber O'Hearn did hold the very first carnivore con. Of course, COVID came, so it never happened again. So,
I didn't know that. So that was just rough timing, really. Then.
yeah, it was, and that was that was the first one I went to, and Baker showed me on the screen at that time as his presentation. It was kind of cool.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
So, yeah.
Where was it? Colorado, right?
Colorado, yeah. Then was it Denver? I think it was close to Denver. Yeah.
Or Collins or something.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Damn. Well, that's I don't know. It seems like it's going that way, right? Pretty soon. Like, I mean, I wonder what the amount of carnivores versus keto folks was in Austin there for the active health. It was at least 50-50, which is
Oh no, more now. This one.
Yeah. I definitely think it was more carnivores to keto people.
yeah, wow. That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
think between what SBG's doing and what Dr. Barry's doing and what the Healing Humanity's doing, pushing out that proper human diet, it's making carnivore take over the keto space, as it should.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, if you look at
There's
Google
still
Trends
big
under
spearheads
carnivore
in it.
diet, it's trending like crazy. I mean,
Really?
it's just
Oh, really?
over the past few years, it's just spiked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked it up just recently, and it's really spiked. And vegetarian and vegan are going down. Carnivore is going
Oh,
way up.
good.
People are looking at it.
Well, it's kind of funny, but friends I meet nowadays that's never done it, and I tell them about the carnivore diet, they don't ask the stupid questions they used to, like, do you poop? Any of that? None of that. So it's almost like it's I don't know, like accepted now. Like, oh yeah, you can eat meat.
Yeah.
Right.
Becoming
is
a
hilarious.
household name.
Yeah, exactly. Starting to get there.
It really is.
And they all tell me, "Oh, I heard about this person that I watched online that did that. Is that what you're doing?" So yeah, it's getting all around
Yeah.
like that, like in a good light,
For sure.
Yeah.
And
The testimonials are powerful, and you guys are a big part of the story with some amazing testimonials. And I mean, keep seeing comments every day. There was one that Kerry highlighted on his channel today that was guys had 35 years of a bowel issue that always was hospitalized and different things he went through on the comment. Said 3 days on carnivore, and it was gone. 3 days.
Crazy.
And just like it suffered 35 years. It just story after story like that. It's just amazing.
We keep hearing that.
It is incredible. Yeah, I mean, at the open chat in SBG every day, the racing stories every day, and the NSVs on Fridays every one of those. It's just like it's no longer anecdotal.
Right.
No, it's undoubtable now at this point.
Yeah, for sure. That was awesome. And Adam, you and Carrie's presentation at Hack Your Health was standing room only. That was absolutely impressive too.
Yeah, that was very surprising. Especially, I have zero experience at that, and I tried to let carry it as much as possible. Take the torch. Yeah, he did great, and I was really surprised that there were so much interest in just seeing so many, Healing Humanity shirts in the crowd, and it felt really good, to know that we had that support out there and that we're able to help, even make just
I have one.
People's lives.
Yeah.
You have one now?
No, I need a 6X.
Oh, yeah, I got your email, Michael, and I'll definitely look into that. So Carrie set that store up, and I'm not sure if they even have those sizes, but I'll definitely, if they have it available, I'll make sure that it's there.
A lot of billboard space here, man. Me and Todd.
You're missing out on a whole lot of free real estate there, Adam.
Absolutely. Not for long, anyways, right?
Not for long, hopefully.
Not for long. Man.
Utilize us while you can, man.
Y'all knocked that presentation out of the park, though. It was so good.
So good.
And I loved the foreshadowing for next year, where Carrie said, and by the way, this seat right here might just happen to have Bill Knott next year, and some of the others, like the stories. That's what everybody's just connecting with, the emotional stories. And Michael, you could be there next year and telling your transformation story. I mean, I love. Those are the biggest things that I think just make that immediate connection. Then people want to explore and go, okay, well, maybe this does make a little more sense, right? But those transformation stories are powerful, and that's what I loved about Bella, y'all's presentation too. Is you showed those presentation transformations. I mean, that's, to me, it's the most impactful thing that people can do, because they see it with their eyes and they can't deny it.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, what's amazing is you guys were a last minute addition too, right? And then it got packed, and everybody was interested. So this was amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't hardly know anybody in the carnivore world that doesn't know about the documentary now. I mean, it's incredible.
Yes. I think word spread so fast in the carnivore community. And what I saw in person at the convention was all of the carnivores who showed up, who people were inspired by, or who watched on their TV screens or their laptops. You could just see, like, when Anthony Chafee steps into the convention, just one single step, he cannot move once he steps in there, because there is so many people just standing in line just to get a chance to say thank you to him, to say, can I just get a photo? Or like, I already know you, you changed my life. This is what we are all doing just by sharing our story. It doesn't matter how much or how big your following is, just share your carnivore story online and you will change somebody's life for the better. So this is also to everyone watching this live stream. Don't be shy. Share your story, talk about it. Even if it's in the comments, it really spreads the word so quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I know the comments mean so much to me. When I was first starting carnivore, I started like so many people are in, our chats. I was watching other people's stories, and then I'd read the comments, and it's the comments that solidify what we're hearing. We hear that one person who makes the video, and then all those comments, just like people coming back and saying, yeah, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. And it's just so convincing.
Yeah.
Definitely convinced me to try it and save my life. So it's make your videos, come on. And I mean, if I'll invite people to come on that are, viewing my channel, to come on, do a live with me.
Yeah.
Share your story. It's meaningful to somebody out there. Someone is going to connect with you.
I thought it was hilarious meeting Dr. Nelson Vasquez. He's been in the chat forever, and I literally looked at him. I didn't know who he was, but that was my first guess. I was like, "You're Dr. Nelson." And it was hilarious. I didn't know who he was or anything, but I again, you'd never seen him, but now we know him and his story. Got to chat with him. He's great. Several others that were just there in the chat that, we got to meet in person and put the name to the face, which is so great.
He's in the chat. He just jumped in.
I saw him earlier. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. Well, it's definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah. He came and said hi to me, actually.
Right there. That's right.
Yeah, and I spoke to him for a little while too.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Bruce.
That is incredible. Yeah, it's you can definitely feel the synergy kind of building this movement right now. It's definitely growing at a heck.
If nobody mentioned it, Bella, you had the same amount of people lined up to meet you, I think, as Dr. Chapey did.
Yeah, she
honestly did not notice.
Yeah.
Right.
I was so into meeting all of these carnivores because this is the first time in my life meeting so many carnivores in real life. It's my first time being at Hack Your Health as well. And I did not expect to have that great of a time. And Raymond was saying, "Oh, I can't believe that you weren't nervous at all. You were just embracing the experience." I have to say I'm addicted to these types of events now. And I'm already looking forward to the next one because it's just so much fun. So much fun. Yeah.
I 100%.
Did you should we shout out the Wyoming one?
We should. So some things are in the works, but we definitely know that I will be there, Todd will be there, Raymond will be there, Coach Amy will be there. She's going to hop on later onto this live. Lindy will not be there.
Yeah.
Emily will be there. Yeah, a lot of the SBG team will be there. And Anthony Chafee will be there with his girlfriend Elle. And it's going to be very much a carnivore event. It's going to focus on diet. Not sure yet. Okay. He might. Dr. Kiltz will be there. Who else?
Kiltz said he was going to be there.
Yeah. It's a very carnivore focused event. They're going to talk a lot about regenerative farming as well. So it's going to be great education and also great meals. There's going to be a steak competition. So it just sounds like a great time.
That's going to be cool.
For sure. And what is it called? The Rendezvous City Roundup? Meat Roundup? Or?
Yeah, Rendezvous Beef Roundup. And I'll pull up the URL so that people can check it out, the website. And it's August 24th. Yeah.
I think Carrie and I are going to try to make that stop on the way to filming Bill for his 1-year update. So that's not in stone yet, but I think we're trying to make that happen.
That's awesome then. So then Carrie. And I don't know, I guess we're just missing Ashley and Brett. What are you guys doing?
we're cooking in the steak competition, right, Brett? Let's go.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
You guys are shooing if you make those.
No competition.
No.
You beat Texas, and what I mean, after you beat Texas, what do you got to do to beat Wyoming? Nothing.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You know what's funny is that would be really wild to like enter one in like that and just do it with completely no seasonings like that, just the straight up meat.
Heck yeah!
I guarantee everything else.
That's the way to taste it.
Did you ever watch Parks and Recreation? Did you guys ever watch that show?
Yeah.
Where Ron Swanson had the cook-off with what's his name, and he made some sort of tofu foie burger with soy sauce and a sweet whatever glaze, and he went on and on and on. And Ron Swanson was like, "This is a hamburger on a bun." he entered beef hamburger on a bun, and he won the competition. It'd be something like that, Ashley.
Yeah.
Where if you just let the beef and smoke talk,
yeah,
it's hard to beat that combination. Everything else is just getting fancy and dumbing it down, kind of, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real quick, I don't know how to type in the chat box, but maybe somebody can just type the URL. It's pretty simple: beefroundup.com. Beefroundup.com. If you go to that URL, you'll see all the details on this event, and it is in Riverton, Wyoming.
Right, and that's on the 23rd through the 26th of August.
Yeah, I think the main event is August 24th, but if you get like the VIP experience, it's multiple days.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, that's going to be super fun. And then, yeah, so that's the next immediate one. And then I think the next one's in Australia after that, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
November.
November.
One in Orlando.
Is there one in Orlando?
Yeah.
If anybody wants to go to a local meetup, I'm having one. My second
Where?
meetup on Sunday, August 4th, here in Indianapolis.
Oh.
I already rented the pavilion, holds 100 people. It's right on a lake, a playground, and a little beach, and fishing, and volleyball, and all kinds of fun stuff.
That'd be awesome.
Sounds
At a
great.
city, at a park. So, yep, it's on my channel. Anybody's local to Indiana, anywhere around, wants to come.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm going to be planning with another local Washington carnivore meetup in September. But it's probably going to be small, but I'll be making announcements there for any Washington carnivores that want to join us.
I think that's so cool, and that's where I met a few carnivores the first time when I went and met Carnivore Soldier in Austin, and then this at Hack Your Health I got to meet Nia from Nia's Way, and I didn't realize she's in the DFW area as well with me. So we actually are getting together on a live stream tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about a meetup in DFW here coming up as well. So we're going to plan a date and do something sometime in the near future of a meetup there here in DFW area. So I love it. I think those things are so important. So even just the little ones that are in the areas, because I know there's a lot of the community that love to get out and meet people in person too. So even if it's 20 or 30 people, it's been a lot of fun. Everyone that I've been to.
I get the feeling in the future these meetups are going to start getting very, very big.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's great too because
And the people are gonna
bring
keep
their
getting smaller and
non-carnivore
smaller.
friends.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. No, it's going to be exciting. Put in the chat if you guys would. Put a Q in front of it so that we can spot it. But put in the chat where you would like to see a meetup at too, because then I think that would help us a lot. Kind of know where the demographic is. We did have a few questions. Raymond is the perfect guy to answer this question. Does including onions and garlic to beef hurt the carnivore diet?
Yeah, for me it did. It caused my GERD to come back right away. Because I was like, I could do the carnivore diet with just onions and garlic. I was like, I needed some flavoring. And it was sheer hell for like, it's strange. It wouldn't make sense. When I added garlic and onions, it was GERD for 5 days. It was terrible. So I would say no.
Gotcha. My kind of rule is I don't really like garlic, but I do occasionally use dried, like freeze-dried onions. Like for whatever reason, if it's dried or if it's pickled, I don't seem to have a problem with it or any kind of response to it. If I have fresh, for sure. I mean, one stupid piece of lettuce in Texas made my right knee swell up like a softball. So
Wow.
Yikes. That stuff's real. It turns out Davey's 100% right. Vegetables are trying to kill us.
Yeah, because onion spices and garlic spices, I don't seem to have a problem with that. So
yeah, it's weird, right? So it must just be something that takes the oxalates out,
or the poison or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, that's been my experience.
Real quick, thank you guys for inviting me here. Yeah, so I really appreciate it, and that I'll see you next time. So thank you.
Absolutely, thank you so much for coming, Raymond.
Great to see you,
Raymond. Glad you came on.
Raymond.
Having my coffee for dessert, Coach Raymond.
That's all right. I'm glad you picked that up.
One
That's
more.
what I'm talking about.
One more day of priming.
All right.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Me too.
Awesome.
Today
Glad
was
you
rough.
did
Nice.
But tomorrow, last day.
You do? Oh wow, both of you. Okay, awesome.
Doing it.
I'm glad you guys are. All right. Take care.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raymond. All right. Perfect. Well, I was just gonna hammer. Oh, there she is.
Hi, Emily.
Emily, hey.
Oh, you're wearing a shirt. Cute shirt.
That's awesome. Emily, we were asking what was your favorite part of Texas? Everybody else already answered.
Oh, my favorite part. Is Ashley an answer?
Ashley is like the number one answer behind Max, I think.
No.
Aw.
So yeah, he just embodies the carnivore spirit. It's just so cool getting to be around him and just see him in action. But it was just we were all in action. We were all just like playing our little parts, and so the part of the one that makes the smoked meat is the most important part for sure.
Yeah, that absolutely. He was the gatekeeper. He kept us all alive. Actually,
That's right.
he kept us all from having to rely on our fasting muscles.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Oh, these are all
Great
mine. Me and all these wonderful people I got to meet.
So good.
That's awesome.
Right on. I'm just going to answer this real quick. Where's the cheapest space to buy J. Crow's iodine? I get it on J. Crow's website is where I get it. And that's the cheapest I found it.
And you know it's the real thing.
Yep, for sure. I get them by in bulk now that it's my new coffee. So hey, there's Lynn Tucker. We all met her. That was awesome.
Hey, Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dinner was huge. For those who didn't get to go to the Hack Your Health conference, I know there was a lot that came in that drove up. Some drove up from Houston. Some drove in from around the Austin areas that got to go to the. We did a Brazilian steakhouse. I think everybody was there. Except Rhett, unfortunately, had to fly out early, but it was amazing. I thought that turned out great. And talk about a packed house. I mean,
Yes.
well, I don't think that kitchen knew what was about to hit them. That was
We
pretty
didn't know.
amazing.
We had to get 2 extra tables because there were 4 of us that had no place to sit.
More than
So
2 tables.
it was
Yeah.
beyond packed. Yes. And Lynn has the most amazing smile. She is the sweetest.
I love Lynn and Jim Tucker. They are 2 of my favorite people. I got to meet them at the Carnivore Soldier meetup the first time, and so to see them there again was just amazing. And
speaking of which, the other half of that duo's here too.
Ribeye Ranger, there he is.
Russ.
Nope,
that's not
I'll
Russ.
tell you a funny story about that night too, which was amazing. Was one of the waiters, as I was checking people in, and one of the waiters was standing beside me, and he says to me, he said, "Hey, that guy over there, by the way, he eats only meat." I said, "Oh, really?" And it was one of the head waiters that was there, and I went over and talked to him for a minute, and he was doing the carnivore diet. And so before everybody got here, I said, "Well, do you know any of these people? There's a lot of YouTubers in here and people that you might know, or any of the doctors." He goes, "No, the only one I really know is Dr. Baker." And I said, "Oh, man, unfortunately, he's the only one that wasn't scheduled to be there that night, right?" So I told him, I said, "Oh, no, unfortunately, he's not there." And literally the moment those words are coming out of my mouth, here comes Dr. Baker walking in through the door. I turned around and said, "Hey, actually, why don't you meet Dr. Baker right here?"
That's awesome.
That was pretty awesome. He was pretty fired up about that.
That's funny, Ashley. I had the same conversation with him, except it went a little different for me. After he had met Dr. Baker, he came over to me and said, "Hey, did you know Dr. Baker's here?" I said, "Well, no, I didn't." He's like, "Yeah, he's right over there." I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
That was pretty cool.
Wonderful.
I know. One of the waitresses too told me that her boyfriend is a carnivore. So it's really cool to meet people that aren't part of our community and they already know about carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, the reason we are getting a smoker.
I need to get like an affiliate thing for Traeger or something. Here we go.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They need to sponsor you.
100%. Traeger, are you listening?
There you go.
Because there's a lot of people about to buy them because Ashley's, they do.
Oh yeah, and I have to thank Ashley and Brett too, because I can't do smoked meat because of my histamine issues. And the 2 of them were awesome. They made me my own separate steak on a grill that wasn't smoked so that I would not get sick. And it was still amazingly delicious. So I thank both of you guys. You were very sensitive to that.
Yep. Yeah, I grilled that on the big cowboy charcoal grill that the chef had brought in.
Yeah, it was really delicious.
Threw it on there.
And Todd's vision about the whole thing was what was amazing to me. I mean, I just love the fact that he had he was the brainchild behind a lot of it. And I know by the end of it, we dubbed it Carnivore Camp because it was just so much fun. It was like being at camp. And we said there's definitely got to be a Carnivore Camp number 2.
For sure.
Including staying up into the wee hours of the night.
That's right.
Yeah, there's
Emily.
definitely going to be some more.
No,
I've learned that Emily's not a night owl.
Done and dusted out.
You need more iodine. That's what I think.
That's right. Yeah, who knows what I could accomplish on iodine.
Oh, there you go. For the international.
Noted.
That's a good idea.
Feeling
Yeah.
iron on. Okay, on for us international peeps. Okay.
Yeah, Adam,
Well,
I
we'll have
missed
to
one of
bring
those
that up
bumper
to
stickers. I
Terry.
need to get a bumper sticker. So
Yep.
we'll have to get that ordered.
We'll make sure we get you
Yeah.
one. And Michael needs a hat.
Yep.
Yeah, we do got to get that. And I did. There we go.
I had somebody asking me in Mexico about my what healing humanity was, so that was a good fun little conversation.
Good.
Yeah,
Good to get that too.
Do the doctors get paid to attend Hack Your Health? I don't think so, but I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Several of them had booths set up too, which was great. So they had a lot
That's
of good
awesome.
interactions.
I think it's a real grassroots sort of a situation, and it's a little different. Some of the conferences are more medical, and people get CE credits. They can get their doctor credits or continuing education. Hack Your Health didn't really go in that direction, but I think that's what keeps it special and what keeps it open, and what it's sort of like a influencer open house. And so I think it's unique in that way.
That's awesome. Well, and that's, I don't know. I feel like that's better, you know, because, well, and that way nobody's, I don't know, money makes things complicated because then you kind of control the narrative in a way, you know? So that's
Agreed.
awesome.
It feels very grassroots, and it still completely had that feeling to it, and the energy, the carnivore energy is so strong there. It's like, I know it's hacking conference, but like, man, it's a lot of carnivore love.
For
Yeah.
sure. Oh, we got our first vote. Yeah, that conference was awesome.
Chicago. Dr.
Aw.
Hampton would be there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dr. Hampton's a couple miles away from me.
Yep. So we got our first vote for Chicago.
Here, here. If
Yes.
Hampton's there, I'm in.
Yeah, Dr. Hampton's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Ashley's coming, right? I'm only going if Ashley's going. No. No pressure.
We got Wisconsin.
Look at Bella. Yes.
Yeah.
Aw.
That was so much fun. You know, just at least from my perspective, being able to record everybody on film, man. That was and just listen to their journey and their story. It's absolutely incredible. Bella killed it. She was amazing.
Wow,
awesome.
it was such a great experience. Great questions asked.
So good.
Y'all, you made us feel like movie stars, Adam.
I wonder if this ARB&B knows how much like social media and screen time
Exposure.
ARB&B was getting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can get it. Well, it won't be next year for free because
Yeah,
Hack Your Health in Tampa, right?
I think so.
Tampa.
Tampa.
September in Tampa.
We'll have to.
But maybe Carnivore Camp is going to be back there at the same Airbnb.
There you go.
We need a camp like 5x that size.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll take long. I mean, that was just a whim, and that got big very quickly. So I think they're going to start getting really big in the future.
Well, the vision that you had, Todd, I just agree with that. Like, and you kept on saying about like this optic of the stakes and it's kind of like this: if you build it, it will come. If you dream it, it will happen. And so many people's kind of dreams went into this, and it just really turned out beautifully. That's where our passion and our mind and our focus is, and it actually happen together. Most people that kind of come with dreams like that, they don't really happen. And I think about just like the healing humanity, like it's happening. This film is happening. That it's just like really exciting.
Cutting forward.
There it is.
part of Todd's vision right there. That was so cool.
That's right.
That was
Yeah.
that Adam. Yep, Adam came up with a great plan to put the Healing Humanity on there too. That was incredible.
Yeah. And Brett did the painstaking work of getting them all burned in there.
Yes, thank you so much, Brett. That was awesome.
It's killer.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it.
Oh, awesome, Carol.
Oh, well done. Yes, I have to do mine after this live stream, so I'm looking
I did
forward to
mine.
it. I'm so sore already.
Sore.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And meet up.
Oh,
in-
yeah.
Naperville.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's near Chicago. Karen Miles, she's a good friend with
Yep.
Kelly Hogan.
Yeah, she's
And,
awesome.
she's actually part of Kelly Hogan's team. And yeah, she told me about that meetup. Unfortunately, I can't go. I'd love to be able to make it, but I'm going to be at the world famous Montello Theater that day.
You are?
Oh, nice.
What's happening?
Nice.
I am. Me and my family are spending the weekend in the Wisconsin Dells, and that Saturday I'm taking everybody over to the theater to see a movie and hang out with Carrie for a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Did the carnivore teacher John sing any of his carnivore songs? I don't know that one.
Carnivore John is one of the guys that he's on with Carnivore Soldier, and
Oh,
I know
okay.
he and Meeting Wellness did. Christy from Meeting Wellness just did a song together, and they just put that a video out on that. I saw that the other day, but I didn't hear him singing any songs at Hack Your House.
That's funny.
He's in a
Have-
picture I sent you of Larry Carnivore Soldier with Duke, his dog.
Yeah,
And Carnivore teacher is standing there in that picture.
yeah.
You wanted to
I
show
started
him.
my
You can find it.
15-year-old cat on carnivore. Do you think they go through oxalate dumping and such? I'm not sure. That's a good
No
question.
idea.
Have you been feeding your cat spinach?
Right. Yeah, I
And,
mean, I guess it's possible.
it's possible.
That's interesting.
You know, we have like a natural repulsion towards a lot of those super, super high oxalate foods, and they're kind of expensive. They're kind of on that keto spectrum. I think it's going to be less. They certainly, animals have been fed like the shelf stable vegetable oils, but those, the highest, offenders and all that, I don't really think that animals eat as much of those as we do when we try out keto.
For sure.
At Keto Simple, he's a local guy here, a buddy of mine, and he was just on Dave Mack's channel. So
Cool.
check out Keto Simple. Good dude.
That's awesome. So
Thanks,
we had
Lindy.
a lot of people asking Ashley, what particularly was your recipe on the rib roast?
The prime rib. It's so funny. So, first of all, Brett did the presentation, which again, you always eat with your eyes first, right? So the presentation on Frenching the bones was awesome. That was Brett. He cleaned those bones up really sharp, so it looked really good. But I was showing Lindy. She filmed a little bit so she could learn it. But I think people are just afraid of cooking a prime rib because it's an expensive piece of meat. They don't want to ruin it. But the secret is cooking it to temperature. That literally is the only thing you have to know how to do. We didn't cook that prime rib with any seasonings on it whatsoever. We threw it in the smoker. We smoked it at 250 degrees, and we put a probe in it. You stick it as close into the middle as you can, to the center of the meat. And when that probe hits 123 degrees, that's the magic number in my mind. 120 for a medium rare prime rib. 123 degrees. You pull it off and you let it rest. You let it rest for about 20, 30 minutes, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing to me. There's nothing to cooking a prime rib. It's I think the getting over the fear that you might ruin a great piece of meat there. But if you just use a meat thermometer and don't overcook it, you're going to come out with a great piece of meat every time. Cook it low and slow. You can do it in the oven. You can do it in a smoker. There's a lot of different ways to do it.
You just got to keep it out of direct heat so it doesn't burn while it's in there. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah. What was your guys' favorite out of the tomahawks, prime rib, and dino ribs? What was your guys' favorite?
Probably the tomahawks for me.
The tomahawks were just a different level to me, when, especially that very first night when we cut them. And because a lot of times people say the tomahawks come off of, by cooking it on the bone, it has a different flavor. We cut them off the bone the first night, and then we butterflied them because we were cooking at midnight. So we were trying to get them done. And I thought those had the amazing flavor. They were just fantastic. But again, nothing on it. Nothing extra special. It's just that the meat spoke for itself. It's good quality meat.
The night where I landed and I came over around like 11 p.m. midnight, and I messaged Todd and I said, I am starving. Can I come over to eat? What did you guys cook that night?
That's what I was talking about. Those were the tomahawk ribeyes that we took off the bone, and we butterflied them, basically cut them in half so they'd cook. Because if you try, otherwise you wouldn't have been eating until about 3 a.m. if we had just tried to smoke the whole thing as thick as they were, right? So, but that's all they were.
That meal was delicious because I was starving. So it was that extra seasoning that I needed to make it extra delicious. I just couldn't get enough of it. The first bite, I was like, holy moly, this is so good. I just stopped talking. I was like, I'm not going to join the conversation. I'm just going to eat.
I feel like I'm giving secrets away. We should just said there's some massive secret recipe to it that we're not revealing.
Well, and your brisket was awesome too. And B-Dog wants to know more about how you make your brisket.
Brisket definitely is a little bit more of a challenge to cook it right. And it was funny because I've cooked a lot of briskets. I've failed on a lot of briskets over the years as I learned to cook them as well. But brisket to me is 100% about the feel of it when it's done. It's not about the temperature. Generally, once you get it to low and slow and you get it above 200 degrees, that's when you want to start checking it. But I've had them come out perfect at 204, 206, 208. It's more about the feel. And I was able to show Brett, I think you were there when I was able to show you, because Adam and Carrie came over, and timing wise we needed to get, and I was like, this one needs about another 30 minutes to an hour, but this one's money. Like I could just tell from the feel of it, it was money, the first one. And it was amazing. But it's just that feel when you put a meat probe into it, it feels like soft butter. There's just no resistance whatsoever. And the other one, when I could tell it still needed 30 minutes to an hour, because as I put it in there, it wasn't a lot of resistance, but you could feel it. And there was definitely a difference between the two. So having two of them cooked at the same time like that and feeling the difference between the two, and then tasting the texture difference, that makes it very clear and obvious. So you really get to a feel of what's right once you feel it. But it's less about the temperature. It's usually above 200 degrees. And then the other really important part about brisket is letting it rest. It's so important to let it rest. That's where all the juices absorb back up into the meat. If you want a good juicy brisket, you want to let it rest. And minimum an hour would be best. But I mean, there's a lot of restaurants here in Texas that'll rest it in a holding at 150 degrees, something like that, the holding oven for over 24 hours. That's what a lot of the secrets in Texas brisket is just letting it cook it the day before, hold it for 24 hours at that holding temperature before they serve it.
Brisket's fussier than the rib roast.
Oh yeah. Rib roasts are much easier. Brisket is definitely fussier. It's got a lot of connective tissue that you've got to get that broken down. Otherwise, it's real chewy.
Yeah, and they're smoking it up to a certain temperature, and then it'll stall. And then once it gets through the stall, then you got to wrap it. And then, there's more steps to making a good brisket.
Yeah, I've got a video on my channel if you want to check it out the way I do it. But I've done
I can tell you this. That picture right there is a steak at Three Forks. Cool. And it was like $175 for that. And by far, I would eat Ashley's rib roast or tomahawk or brisket all day long before I would eat that thing. Now, however, that was Malden salt that they put bourbon on and set it on fire. That bourbon was actually delicious with the bourbon.
Nice.
Man,
and some nice entertainment.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Tasted better than it looked even. So that was good. Let's see. I think we got most of it at HEB and Costco. Where did the dino ribs come from?
Dino ribs Chef Corbin got from, it was from a local supplier there, but it was American Wagyu. Wagyu. It was a little higher quality meat.
So those were seasoned, right? Ashley, we had those were salted.
He did one. No, he did two of them, no seasoning, and he did one just the way he would normally do it with just salt and pepper. And so one of them, the one that was saltier, that I know you thought was saltier, that one had salt and pepper on it. The other two had no seasoning.
So that one was like candy to me as a leftover. And it had the white that had the fat that, would come with it with little bites of it. And so I loved that one, like picking on it the next day and the next day. That was really good.
Yeah. And Brett made us some fat crisps that were amazing. Just a bowl. Was it Lindy? Was it your daughter that had never tried the fat crisps? And
the fat crisps.
I didn't see them, so maybe I wasn't there at the time. I missed out.
Chris?
I think it might have been Ella that hadn't tried the fat crisps, and so Brett made a whole big bowl of them, and they were delicious, even without any salt. They were so good.
After I
did love Ashley's jerky. That was amazing. The big bag of jerky that you bought. Oh my gosh.
He thought he made a lot.
Yeah.
Not enough.
I know. Carrie finished off that one bag the very first night. I thought that was so funny.
I'm glad he saved them for us. So I think it was Brett got really bougie with the egg yolk, and there was a part of that meal that we could do like grated egg yolk as a little condiment on top of the steaks. Was that you, Brett?
No, that was Adam.
That was Adam.
Oh, Adam.
He did the butter of the gods, I think. Was that called?
And Adam's butter was amazing.
Yeah, that was bone marrow, smoked and roasted bone marrow. Half of it was that. The other half was grass-fed butter, and then cured egg yolks that were shredded like cheese inside of it. So
good,
delicious.
I know all Dr. Kills and Baker were raving about that. They loved that butter.
No, it was really good. And then that, let's see, the dip. I think that they're talking about those. So Coach Rochelle made carnivore crack dip, and she made the Bella's yolk dip, and she also made Coach Amy's ranch dip. And I couldn't tell you what was in any of them exactly.
Real life carnivore. You can look on a real life carnivore on Instagram. Yeah.
It was very good though, man.
She was the dip queen. She's the dairy fairy.
She did a fantastic job at it, man. It was good. Let's see, thank you guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic and delicious. But man, I don't know. It's going to be hard to top that with Ashley cooking there. So I don't know, Ashley. What are you going to do for round 2?
It's a beauty. We don't have to change anything up, right?
For sure, it was perfect. I thought.
Next time it's just going to be hot dogs.
Hey, we never had any burgers. We should really kind of do a little burger competition. That'd be kind of fun too.
But there was a big power bowl.
Yeah, Brett did a great power bowl.
Yeah, Brett did an awesome job on that power bowl. The little mini meatballs in there. Oh man, those were so good.
What'd you call your breakfast deal too? The breakfast fatty?
Was the breakfast fatty? Yeah,
that was good.
No comment.
Made a breakfast fatty this morning.
Out there. It's public.
Michael, I think there's a little video in Ashley's folder.
Did you put it in the content here? Michael can show it. Oh no.
I did. Just that little bit of little snippet.
A little bit of fun.
Yeah.
I think that's when I loved Ella the most, when she just laughed hysterically at me.
She has the best laugh. I think it's in Ashley's folder.
When everything felt on round 1, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I put it in my video. It's a blooper reel. That's all good.
Okay.
Hey Russ, what's going on?
Russ.
I made a breakfast fatty this morning.
What
What's up,
Russ
bro?
didn't realize about that whole dinner is we ended up with the best table in the house because we got the table where as the waiters came out with the meat in the kitchen, we were the first table they hit. So we got first dibs on everything. It was the spare table they had to make for us, but it ended up being the best table in the house.
Did y'all get lamb pops?
I think we declined those.
Oh, they were so good. They were like the best.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
Uh-oh,
Here we go.
there it is.
Oh.
Watch, everybody.
This is how you do it perfect the first
The one
time.
piece of saran
And there was
wrap was
so
a
much
mistake.
so much work that went into this just to get to this point.
Wow.
And I will say none went to
Basket
waste.
weave of bacon.
Anything that landed on the counter was reused.
You'll have to turn the sound up so you can hear Ella laughing.
I should have used more cellophane.
Whoa.
No.
Oh. No.
See,
Oh,
Michelle
man.
posted it.
My baby.
Oh.
Where's the dog?
And
Where's
that-
the dog?
And that
Ella's
is
just
why we
laughing
had
so hard.
scorpions.
Oh.
Ella's laughing at me. So
Sorry,
hard at
Ashley.
this point. It was great.
I
Oh,
think I
We
put
got
a
redemption the
picture-
next night. We got redemption the next
I think
night.
I put a picture of the one from the next day in the reel that I sent. I have quite a few slides. One of them I think has a picture of Ashley with the number 2, and it turned out beautiful.
It looked amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about the presentation, but yeah, I should have used more cellophane on that. I did the next night.
But
disappeared
that takes
quickly.
a lot. I
Round
mean,
two
that's
disappeared
all
really
that weaving the bacon, and that takes a lot of effort.
It's so
oh,
fun.
no. What is
Rochelle's Insta, real life carnivore. Real life carnivore, one word, no space. You can find her on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, great recipes.
really good, man? I'm not one bit ashamed to say that that night after the live stream I went down, I was eating one of those dips, one of the carnivore crack dips. I think I ate one of those tinfoil trays of that stuff. It was so good.
So
Nice.
good.
I used to take the top off it. The top was like bacon and cheese.
Yeah.
So good. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. All right, let's see. All right, Bella, Sandra has a question for you.
Oh, what do I weigh? Not too personal at all, but I don't know how much I weigh right now because I don't have a scale at home. Probably I would guess like 130, I think. Yeah.
Well, you're way tall.
You're tall.
Yeah.
Ooh, very tall.
I couldn't get over
Yeah.
how tall you were.
And
That's
she's
what most
your
people were
carnivore, you're
saying.
what, like 6 years now, Bella?
5.5 now.
5.5. And that, I mean, I've heard you say that has really changed throughout your journey, that hasn't stayed static. You've sort of reached different levels of healing and composition. And
like the freeing thing is after I went carnivore, I stopped obsessing over my scale and tracking and just numbers in general. So I couldn't tell you exactly like what I weighed year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I do know how I felt and I do know how my clothes fit. And I'm glad that I took intermittently progress photos, which I think is so important for every single carnivore, is to take those photos. But I would say like now I'm 5'10", that's my height. This year is like the year where I feel like I just reached my leanest body composition. And I think what happened this year is that I started changing up the frequency of my meals and the timing of my meals. I didn't have that routine OMAD every single day, which I had a phase of that. And this year I just did some 2 MADs with some OMADs. Maybe some days I would do 3 MADs. And by the way, I did a whole priming phase before I did this. So right after I came back from China, and that really switched things up as well. So I'm not sure if she was asking regarding like how to lose weight, if that's why she asked for my weight, but I think the best thing you can do to lose weight is switch up your intermittent fasting schedule and how much you eat. day to day. Yeah. Prime.
Prime fast, repeat.
That's right.
Yes.
Variation, fasting variation. I love that.
Definitely works. Let's see
Ever
here.
since we got back from the conference, I feel like I need to eat more after eating all the food there, because that was not like, I usually don't eat that much. And then in Texas, we were fed like really, really well. And I feel like ever since I got back, I want larger quantities of meat than before.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny when I primed. I thought I was eating about 1.25 pounds of meat a day, and I was thinking, I couldn't tell if it was too much, too little. And then after 5 weeks, I was eating 7 pounds of ribeye a day. Going, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was possible.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I definitely know that. Yeah, your hunger definitely opens up, but your body sure appreciates it. It'll thank you for it. In the greatest
Yeah,
of
I didn't
ways.
think it was possible to eat more than, I was doing maybe 1.5 pounds at the most a day and full and struggling. And I feel like that just being with all that food has definitely helped. I can definitely eat more now.
For sure.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, Sandra. So thin yet so energetic. The energy is definitely up there, and it's great. It's so great. That's like my favorite part of being carnivore. The mood is so high. Like I wake up feeling happy and I go to sleep feeling happy. So that's a nice bonus. Yeah.
So good. Yeah,
Being engaged to Max helps too.
What's that?
Being engaged to a guy like Max helps too.
Aw, he really
cool.
appreciates these really nice comments. He's listening in, and he's too shy to join in, but he
Another reason why she wakes up happy and sleep happy.
Yeah, he is a sweetheart. He has a gift for making you feel special when he talks to you.
He really does. And I met Annalisa, Lindy's friend, Meet and Marriage, and she pulled me aside and she came up to me and said, "I just have to tell you, Max, he is so engaged." I was like, I just laughed at that word that she chose, so engaged. But he really is. When he talks to you, he's just in the moment and nowhere else. So it's really nice. I love him.
For sure. Oh, yeah, a resounding yes. Been OMAD about 6 months, but I know it'll change when I get more mobile. But if I was to add more meat and fat, would that heal me a little quicker? I think 120% yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah.
For sure.
OMAD for 6 months straight is, I feel like, a bit risky, because are you really sure that you're eating enough every single day, 6 months straight, eating only one meal a day, especially because you're female? And I don't know if you have a period still, but if you do have a period every month, your appetite fluctuates throughout the month, and you have to listen to your body and your hunger signals and your fat cravings. And OMAD is hard. She says that's what I'm thinking, Bella. Yeah, try to add more meals. Keep us posted. Isn't she in the community, Lindy?
Yes, she is. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But still, for females, it's nice. Yeah.
No, that was at Michael. We were both hitting the button at the same time. Did you put up the shooting videos, Michael?
Yeah, I've got a couple of shooting videos in the folder. I think
There
they're
you
under
go.
shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was my
Oh.
first time shooting. I'd never done that before. So I jammed the first bullet, which was, Max had to come to my rescue and jam the gun. But, after that, I just saw Ella. She was just so thrilled to be shooting. And I'm just like, oh, you can take all my rounds. And she was so nervous at the start. She was there, and the kickback on the gun, and you could just see the nerves. And by the end, she was like this little assassin kid. She was just absolutely loving it.
There she is.
Yeah. So this is a first round.
Yeah, she was a little jumpy on this round. Plus, she was not wearing the right attire for some brats.
It was great having Ella there too.
Yeah,
So
she
happy.
loved it.
Now our next,
The next video.
by about the third clip, she looked like she was trying out to be like John Reacher or something.
Right. Push the target back. Look at her
Natural.
go. Boom, boom, boom.
Major improvement.
Seriously.
Nice.
And her stance, look at her feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's some good teaching right there, Todd. Oh, there's Bella.
It's shooting further away than Bella.
Yeah.
Not supposed to point that out. But look
So
at the boots. Look at the boots.
Gosh, I got
These
the
are awesome.
proper boots in
Awesome.
Austin.
Yeah.
It was so fun shopping for them. Yeah.
I think between Lindy and Ella, I mean, they ate Texas barbecue. They have Texas cowboy hats now. And, they went shooting. So I'm pretty sure you guys are actually officially Americans. I think you might have to get a passport to go home next time.
I've got
Well done.
Ella's hat here, so there we go. I can switch.
There you go.
Those look so cute
Got
on
some
you. That
little
one looks.
roses on. Yeah,
Aw.
so
I love
that's
it.
Ella's hat.
Oh, yep. Here was Lindy.
Oh, this is me jamming the gun.
That happens
Aw.
sometimes.
Next to my rescue. I broke it. Yep.
So cute.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that makes them pretty much honorary Americans by now.
Yes.
I think so.
Without a doubt.
So you trust me behind the wheel of your car?
It's a rental, absolutely. I think you'll get the hang of it. It was pretty funny. Every time I'd turn right on red, she'd lose her mind. She'd grab the handles and shake a little bit.
I actually sat in the back most of the time. I was like, Ella, you can sit in the front and watch the oncoming traffic. I sat and hid in the back. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, there we go.
Aw.
There she is.
Good picture.
Love it.
Oh,
So cute.
photo bomber.
Yeah, it's Todd with his Cobra.
The imposter.
Yeah, there's us in the plane.
Sporting
And I didn't need an extender, so that was pretty awesome.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
fantastic.
Yay.
that was a fun dinner.
Yeah.
That was the food was pretty good there for sure. I was surprised. I definitely like the Brazilian joints better than just random barbecue places.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Aww.
I was saying goodbye.
Aw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as usual, I was closing my eyes because it was so photogenic.
And that's my new denim jacket. I got to buy a denim jacket, so first one I've ever owned.
Nice.
awesome.
My non-scale victory.
Let's see, where did we eat? So we, Brett, what was that place called that we did the meet up at, the fundraiser?
Oh,
Or actually,
I actually put that together.
The fundraiser was Casa do Brazil.
Casa do
Yeah, it was
Brazil.
Brazilian steakhouse, but I
They're
thought it was
independently
better.
owned, but I think they're opening
Yeah, I
a
thought it
second
was
one up
better
in
than
Waco. He said.
yeah.
So it was that. It was Fogo de Chao. We went to the Salt Lick, some of us, which was pretty good, but not my favorite out of all of them. And what was
Three
the
Forks. Three Forks.
What was the place where that miserable little place we had to cook all of our own little scraps of meat on a little tiny mat?
There's a Gangnam Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
KBB.
Gangnam.
that was my least favorite out of all of them. Not because the food was all right,
so
but they
funny.
give you little postage size stamps of meat, and then they give you like a tiny little grill that seems like it's got a couple of big lighters under it for heat. You're supposed to cook all this meat for like 12 people. I'm like, no wonder it's all you can eat, because it's, how much patience do you have? How much time do you have? To cook these little crappy postage. I was eating them raw off the plate. I was like, I don't even care anymore.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. But by far, no joke, I'm not even 1 ounce joking. The best food in Texas was actually in bread.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
Yep, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was so good. Conference in Tennessee.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
looking
the
into
low
going.
carb for better health that Dr. Barry's going to. That's on
It's in
August
August.
23rd and 24th.
Oh,
Low
August
carb for
23rd
better
and
health.
I'm looking into going potentially.
Same time as the Wyoming one.
Yeah, same time as
no.
Ah,
Yeah. No, we will. Oh, hey, Alyssa's here.
Hi, Alyssa. We met her in Texas.
Hi, guys.
Oh, literally on the
Hi,
Zoom.
Alyssa. Yay.
Yay. Hi, Alyssa.
Sorry, Todd invited me. Blame him.
Don't be sorry. We're glad to meet you too. You're part of the
So awesome.
part of the crew. It was so fun.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to pop in real quick and say it was so nice to meet all of you. Y'all are so nice in person, and Max too.
Even Todd?
Another vote for Max.
Yeah, it was
Even
wonderful
Todd.
to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes, Lynn and I had a lot in common with our histamine issues and whatnot.
Yeah, it was really nice to be able to sit down and chat with you for a little while.
Yeah, it was super fun. And she got to go to the, what is that place? The Mothership with us. That was really fun
Yep.
too.
Yep. We went together. That was fun.
Yeah. What
Hey,
is?
Alyssa, I was wondering, that you remember that little green stuff that they put on your steak or I don't remember if it was steak or lamb.
Yes, it was the ribeye cap.
Okay, did
Right.
that cause any problems for you? Like, were they able to get all that off?
Yeah, I was really surprised because it looked to me like they made a whole new ribeye cap for me. I don't think that they just put it on another plate, and I didn't have any issues the next day even. I was feeling fine. So
That's awesome.
That's great.
What did they put on there? Was it like some of that mint jelly stuff?
I'm not sure what it was, but they just said, "Oh, it's just garnish." But I'm like, well, I'm super sensitive to it, and I was about to just go, "Oh well, I guess we'll see how I react." But then I can't remember if it was Bella or someone else who was like, "No, go ahead and send it back, just to be on the safe
Yeah.
side."
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, can y'all say the name of the favorite restaurant y'all spoke? Yeah, it was Ashley's Food right here.
Not a restaurant.
Very restaurant. We cooked a lot at our carnivore camp. That was the on-site cooking that we did.
Yeah. And my second favorite was actually the Brazilian barbecue. What did you say it was, Ashley? The one
Casa do Brazil. That was really good too. I thought they were excellent.
Yeah, I thought they were the second best.
It was.
Yeah, I'll put it
I
in
was
the
in
comment.
Austin. There you
Casa
go.
do Brazil. Yeah.
Let's see there. But yeah, where like Alyssa, when you go to get barbecue in Texas, where's your favorite place to go?
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard to say. There's a lot of little kind of like mom and pop type of shops and hole in the wall places that I just kind of grew up going to. But so there's Elgin barbecue is pretty famous. It's kind of like north Austin. And then there's another little place. It seems like a lot of hidden gems are right outside of the Austin city limits, but they're really famous. So there's the Salt Lick, and there's a place in Luling. Aw.
There you are.
Yeah, that's
I'm
Miss
so
E.
yes,
She's
I'm so
gorgeous,
glad we
Alyssa.
got
You're
to get
gorgeous. I don't know
Yeah.
why you don't turn on your camera.
Beautiful,
Really?
Alyssa.
So pretty.
It's so lovely to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful that you guys kind of took me in and as, a friend. And, I don't know. I kept asking myself, like, what have I done to deserve their friendship? Like, I'm just so grateful for the way you all just treated me so nice. And I'll never forget, the experience of getting to meet all of you, because you guys are like family.
Mm-hmm.
You showed up. You were there. You introduced yourself. It was so really great to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? That's the exact
Part of the
same thing
family.
that Lindy said too, is that she came and she felt like she was with family. And that was definitely the feel of being there. Yeah.
Alyssa, you missed it at the beginning. We went around and everybody kind of said what their favorite part was. I think it was all pretty much unanimous about just getting to meet the people in person. And everybody felt like they were a good, tight, close-knit family for many, many years. And this was the first time we were meeting many people. So it was great.
Yes.
Also fun. Carnivores are real. The real deal.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, everyone is exactly the same as they are on their channels. There was this question in my mind, is it going to be, okay, they're one person on YouTube and another person in real life? And that wasn't the case at all. It's like everybody was exactly the same.
Yep.
For sure. Let's see. Here's a good question. May I ask how long each of you have been carnivores? I'm going on just almost 19 months. How about you, Lindy?
I'll be 2.5 years in 2 weeks. So, yeah.
Hey. Congrats.
11 months today.
11 months today. Wow.
Oh, yay, Michael.
Nice. Bella.
5.5 years.
Yay.
Awesome.
Wow.
The OG.
The OG.
I celebrated my 1 year on May 29th, the day we arrived in Austin.
Nice.
Perfect.
Ashley.
I'm 16 months now.
Yay.
Nice.
Brett.
15 months tomorrow.
Wow.
Congratulations. Adam.
Oh, wow.
16 months, almost 17 months.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Alyssa.
Wow, I feel like a baby now. Just 8 months.
That's good.
Wow. That's awesome.
8 months is awesome.
And Todd, how long you've been carnivore?
Almost 19 months. Almost 19
Almost
months.
19 months. Yeah. Nice.
Yep. Coming up on it. Let's see. Just checking the chat here. Absolutely.
Aww.
Charlie's awesome. This is Charlie from the chat, Bella.
Oh, Charlie. Oh. Yay.
So awesome.
Love Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's awesome too. But yeah, and just like Charlie and Alyssa, there's so many people in the SBG community and in the YouTube community that they're just awesome.
Yeah.
Every time they help in the chat, they're a huge pillar in the community.
Seriously, yeah.
Oh, that's Adrian from the Biggest Loser.
Yeah, I was just on. We just recorded an interview together, but she gave me this. She's the biggest loser carnivore. Biggest loser carnivore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely go check out her channel.
Yes, lovely. There's Russ.
Sick Buckeye, go check his channel out too.
Oh yeah, he was so funny.
There's Daryl.
This is Nola Carnival.
Daryl and his wife. Wow.
There's Meeting Wellness, Christy.
Yep.
Christy.
Yay.
My flight got delayed. I got to hang out at the airport with her for a couple hours until she had to get on her plane. So we actually talked for a while, and then we called Ellie from over in Tampa and talked to her from Nourishment Redacted.
Mm-hmm.
Did a little video chat with her, and it was fun. Great way to kill some time with some friends.
That's awesome.
Oh,
There's
yay,
Annalise from Meet and
Yeah.
Marriage. There's the Meat Sisters. Yeah.
so beautiful.
3 of them.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got big jean jackets now.
Yeah, looking good.
We're one of the cool kids now. Got a hat and a jacket. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys did it. It was so hot in Austin. You're lucky I wear clothes at all.
Here, here. Same here.
God, when we went to Three Forks, that's what the steakhouse was called, right? We all sat
Yeah.
down,
Yes.
and I was shocked at how much cold sparkling water Todd drank.
Oh, I was
You
going to
ordered
take it
how
down.
many bottles? Like
3 bottles, and they did not make it long.
Wow.
I took down like 2 glasses. I was sweating so much. I was dying. When I was in that shooting range, it was like an easy bake oven in there. It was about 195 degrees in that place. I turned
Yeah.
purple. You brought me some wet paper
I
towels and
saw
saved
Todd
my
was
life.
turning purple, so I ran to the bathroom to get him some wet paper towels, and then I gave
Oh.
it to him to wipe his face.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was so hot. I'm not even kidding. I felt like I was getting dehydrated in there. It was like I was going to turn into jerky if I stayed
You
in that
need
place.
to put a bag of ice in your hat, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know what I needed. I needed to go find the cold plunge booth that Max was in and just like ride around in that thing the whole time I was there. It was so
Little floaties on, yeah.
yeah, like I didn't.
yeah,
I
the
shot
whole-
one. I shot one time and I was like, I couldn't even see. I couldn't even concentrate because I had so much sweat in my eyes. I'm like, I'm done. This place is too hot. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god! When I came home, it
checking
was-
his temperature back home.
Yeah, seriously, it was snowing when I came home.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, thank God, it's cold. Yeah, it's so bad. It almost snowed. It almost snowed like 2 nights ago here. It was crazy. It called for
That's nuts.
no, I know what's nuts is Montana has the largest temperature differential in a 24-hour period. It's like 107 degrees in 24 hours. Temperature changed. Like, yeah, it went from like negative whatever to like positive like 90 or I don't know what was it, positive like 80 degrees from like negative 24 degrees or something crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, Montana holds the record for the largest temperature differential in a day, but it always cools off at night. Texas did not
It
cool
does.
off ever. Yeah,
Yeah, never. Yeah.
no,
It cools down at night.
it does
A
not.
few degrees.
Not by Washington standards.
No,
Very,
you were
very
never going to break. I would walk outside in the morning at 5 a.m. and my glasses would go fog up. I was like,
yeah.
what? Oh,
That's true.
it was so rough.
Oh
But
yeah.
the
I
And
human
this
checked
was
factor
just the very,
What's that?
oh, I was
Go ahead,
going to say, this is just the very
the
beginning of
low-
summer.
Oh,
yeah,
go
the
ahead,
low
Alyssa.
was higher than our high from Washington.
Yeah, absolutely. What'd you say, Alyssa?
Oh, I was just saying that this is just the beginning of summer, so it's
Yeah.
nowhere near as hot as it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
She's
I
not
know.
lying. Y'all really came at a good time. It was not bad.
Which brings me to my follow-up question. How do you do it? Why? Oh, why and how?
Air conditioning and swimming pools.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
And
But
the
yeah.
price is on meat. That's why
And
they're
the
all
price
down there.
on me. That's for sure. That's for sure.
There you go.
Well,
Well,
I could tell you that yeah, Bella's not lying either. I did drink 3 of those things within about,
Yep.
I don't know, 15 minutes. It was probably 96 ounces of fluid just to come back to a normal place. 'Cause that shooting
Yeah.
range was hot.
Yeah. Exactly.
oh yeah. And next year it's going to be in Florida, which is even more humid.
Humid.
Oh yeah,
Right.
way more
Right.
humid.
But it's in
Yeah.
September, right?
September.
September.
Yeah.
September.
That'll still be hot and humid.
It's
I don't
still
even
hot.
under,
too.
I don't even understand what more humid means compared to what we see, because there were some days that I looked on the index there and it said that it was like 89% humidity some mornings. So
Uh-huh.
can it get
That
over?
wasn't
Oh yeah, it'll
humid.
get to 99 in Florida.
Oh, it'll get
And
worse.
then it'll rain for 10 minutes and then stop for 10 minutes and then rain for 5 minutes and yeah.
Yeah.
There's
And when
there's
I've
humidity
been in
that
Texas
you
for
take a
24
shower, you take a shower, you dry all off, you get dressed, and then you step outside and you're drenched,
Mhm.
and you need to go shower again.
Yep.
That's
I've been in
yeah.
Texas for 24 years, and when I go to
That's
Florida, I'm
Florida.
like, oh, this is so crazy humid. Like I feel the difference. It's crazy different.
Todd's
Humidity
not
is. Yeah, he's looking forward to Carnivore Camp to number 2.
No, I'm
next year.
going to work really hard to get another 100 pounds off so I can try to survive it, because I cannot. Oh,
You got it.
good Lord.
You can do it.
That was so
Yeah.
You got this.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
I think if all of you definitely go to next year to Austin. I live in Yucatan.
Yeah.
Yucatan?
And actually, just like we just said, it's not going to be in Austin next year. So next year it's going to be September,
Tampa, Florida.
in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Arlene.
Oh.
I remember seeing Bella in 2020 when I was learning about becoming low carb and becoming non-diabetic.
Wow, thank you for the support, Arlene and OG. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Russ, that is 110% a fact. I was definitely leaking. That's from a leak. And I can tell you, if they wouldn't have had cold San Pellegrino on stat, that little dude kept coming over and bringing me like one bottle and a glass, and he was driving me nuts. I'm like,
Yeah.
bring me the bottles.
Yeah. For all 3 at once. Yep.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that was so hot. June 22nd, 150 day on carnivore. Love the people I met on chat groups. That's awesome. Hey,
Yes.
Sherry.
Good job, Sherry.
She's in the Chew the Fat.
Yes.
That's awesome. It does not cool down at night. Exactly, Beth. Exactly what I'm talking about. I was there. It's like I was lied to about 2 things. People told me it would cool down a little at night. It did not. People told me that the air conditioning would be so cold in the buildings that I would need a jacket. I was never cold once in the state of Texas for even a fraction of a second.
The high was 94 today, and look, it's only 84 right now.
What's the humidity?
What's the low?
The low is 76. So it'll cool down a little.
Okay.
76 is too hot to sleep in.
Yeah, so the sky might be 76, but this ground is still like 140.
Pavement's all heated up. Yep.
That's the problem.
It's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Tonight in Austin, it's only going to get down to 78.
How do you sleep in that? It's so bad.
Air conditioning.
Air conditioning.
Yeah. But the
Well,
good thing
guys-
about humid weather is it's good for your skin. Have you guys noticed?
is.
Very good for your skin.
It was actually. I gotta admit that, which I couldn't believe I'm admitting that, but because I detest humidity. But when I got home, I was like, it's a small part of me misses it a little bit.
Yeah. Skin is hydrated and supple.
Right. Russ, that is not fair. I'm not hysterical. It was that hot.
It was very hot.
Oh,
That's funny.
Well, hey
Next
guys,
year
I'm going to
for-
hop off.
thanks for coming on, Alyssa.
Love you,
Appreciate that.
Alyssa.
Bye.
Hi,
Good to
Linda.
see all of you.
See ya.
See you.
See you soon.
We do this again next year, we'll have to get a place either near the beach or with a pool. So,
Yeah.
Yes, something. We're gonna have to find something. We're gonna need some help for sure.
It had a cool little river behind there that I was kind of excited about until I saw it. It didn't look really great.
Yeah,
to
it didn't
show
look
me, so.
appealing. To Florida one time.
Oh wow.
That was me in Texas. My hair was frizzy. My hair was frizzy the whole time.
Yeah. Mine
Yeah.
still
I wanted
is.
to ask Bella what she does to get her hair so shiny and straight.
Butter.
Well, my hair is naturally stick straight. Naturally stick straight.
How do you get it so shiny?
I think it looks shiny because it's very dark in color. So when there's light in the room, the darkness just kind of reflects light. But carnivore,
I think it's the butter. It's the butter.
Yeah, I think it's the moisture from the butter and the hydration. I don't put anything on my hair. I only use shampoo. I haven't gotten to the level of no shampoo, just wash with water for my hair. Just shampoo though. I let it air dry. And that's it.
I want to know what brand of shampoo Todd uses.
Todd uses that white foamy Gillette stuff. That's my favorite shampoo. It really gets the stubble out of there. Let's see here. Frankie Carnivore John says autumn 1973 in Roundup, Montana, 78 degrees Fahrenheit at noon. 8 p.m. it was 30 degrees with 6 inches of snow. Yeah, wow. That's a fact.
Whoa.
That's how fast.
That's
8 hours later. Yeah, that's what Montana's like. So we cool down, as you can see here.
It turns the winter.
That's what you mean by cool down. Okay.
Season.
Yeah. 5 degrees ain't
it's
enough.
all how you define cool down.
Exactly.
A little.
Question: did most of you find carnivore through Dr. Ken Berry? That's a good question.
I did.
I did.
I found carnivore through Kelly Hogan and Sean Baker. It was like an episode on Baker's podcast featuring Kelly Hogan. This was like 5.5 years ago. Well, I was doing some research before 5.5 years, so like a little bit longer than that. And back then, there weren't that many women who were talking about their carnivore stories. So I really appreciated Kelly Hogan talking so openly about her carnivore story and healing her disordered eating, wanting to get fertile again. So I always credit the beautiful Kelly Hogan. Yeah.
How about you,
I didn't
Lindy?
find it through. I didn't find it through Barry either. I was following Dr. Mindy Pelz and really looking at intermittent fasting, particularly for women. And I listened to a podcast she did with Dr. Saladino, and that's how I learned about carnivore.
Nice.
Dr. Berry for me, and then I found Bella. Rest is history.
There it is.
Yay.
Barry and Baker for me.
Nice.
How about yours, Ashley?
I heard about carnivore from a friend actually who told me about it at first, but he directed me to Dr. Berry to watch the first videos, and then I just got lost in the YouTube rabbit hole and watched everybody much as I could. But I love Dr. Berry. His simple breakdowns are just the easiest to follow. I think that's why so many people can quickly catch on, because he does such a good job of just not complicating things and makes it simple.
Yeah. Yes.
How about you, Adam?
Actually, Joe Rogan. So he has the same autoimmune condition that I have, vitiligo, and he said that carnivore diet reversed his vitiligo, at least somewhat. And I thought, what the heck is carnivore diet? So did a Google search and found Dante from Ferrigno Freedom.
Nice.
And Dr. Berry confirmed it. You know, he's the actual medical doctor. So that's all I needed. It's off to the races.
Right. Brett, did we get to you yet? Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Not yet. I originally heard about keto in 2017 from Dr. Berg and watched his videos. Then I found Kelly Hogan, other people. And then I found out about carnivore when I decided to go back to carnivore. It was Dr. Berry. And Bella, too.
Aw. Honored. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was keto. I don't remember I know it really. I can't remember who the first person. I think it was actually Joe Rogan, Sean Baker. But the thing that actually made me look at it really hard was actually when I think back on it, where I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. Was actually Jordan Peterson, because I was a huge Jordan Peterson fan, and I was like, okay, he's pretty much the smartest man alive, and he's doing it. So that takes away all my other questions. So then there was that, and then I went down the rabbit hole. And I think somewhere in there, Laura Spath turned carnivore right at that end this time too, because I was watching her in the keto realm of things, and everything was just everything just kind of flowed from keto to carnivore. It just was the natural progression, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever get the pull of a good confusion? You guys ever get the pull of
Food confusion?
Oh,
I don't know what he means. That's many ways of eating, working different people. Oh, I
guess
got
just
you.
I guess like, yeah, high fat, low fat, high
for you.
protein. Yeah, lots
So many
of different
approaches.
ways.
Oh, is she referring to like different types of diets or different types of carnivore approach?
I bet it's probably different types of carnivore, because I get it. You know, somebody will say, like you're saying, eat low fat, and somebody will say eat high fat. Somebody will say,
Yeah, count your
protein.
macros. Don't count your macros.
Right.
Sardine fast. Yeah, so many different things out
Oh,
there.
she
I
says
just do
different
it.
types of diets. Diets.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's because they're actually just in a couple of. They're in a cup. There's really only 3 diets when you really think about it. There's like the high carbohydrate and plant diet. There's like
Yep,
all the
I tried
calorie
that.
restrictive diet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like the calorie restrictive diets, and then there's like the carnivore diet, and then there's spin-offs of that. But you know, keto carnivore, you know. So I don't know. There's really everything's just a weird little spin-off. But I can tell you this, that the priming and SPG that I learned, that was the most significant, even more so than carnivore, because I was doing carnivore. I was making things better, but I was making it worse, still carrying around the old ideology of under eating, you know, because I thought that was how you get healthy, was to restrict. So yeah, I don't know. To me, it's very clear now. You know?
Well, you know, even under the carnivore umbrella, there is definite variation when you listen to different people. And, you know, the approach I've taken is just to really try to tune into my body and listen to what my body tells me. And that can take a little bit of practice, because I've had to be more like, you know, Michaela Peterson, doing the lion diet and being really, really restrictive. But I would never tell somebody else that that's what they need to do. And yeah, I think it's really important to just learn to listen to your body. And you know, I found that my body will tell me if it doesn't like what I'm eating. And if I'm not eating enough, I'm not necessarily going to have my stomach growling, but I may have a headache, or I may have cravings. And so I just really tune into your body, and your body will tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like. And I've found what I can and can't eat that way.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments under my videos on Instagram as well from people who are clearly not supportive of carnivore, who say things like, oh, I've been on a vegan diet for 5 years now, and it's been working great for me. So I get why someone like Lynn would feel lost and confused by the overload of information, how there are people who are so supportive of the vegan diet, and then there's this whole camp of people, us, who think carnivore diet is the way. I think at the end of the day, the beauty of it is you get to find out what works for your body. And you will not know the answer until you try it. So give carnivore a try. It may not work perfectly for you. Give animal-based a try. There's like this whole movement now of especially teenagers and young people who are loving animal-based. So I see there's a lot of people who will do better than on animal-based versus carnivore. So I think you won't know until you try it. I tried vegan diet for 6 years. Then I tried standard American diet. I fell onto carnivore now 5 years because it works the best for me. So I think the takeaway is try it, see how you feel, and then come to a conclusion. rather than listening to what everybody is saying, what works for them, and feeling so overwhelmed. Yeah.
I think the only thing I would add to that, and that was very well stated, Bella, but I think the only thing I would add is just that to me, it was learning so much more about the processed foods and the sugars and how that impacts us. So, reading those labels and understanding what different things are in there. And for me, as a type 2 diabetic, having some major issues there, I had no idea how much sugar was in all the crap I'd been eating. And so getting back to a clean way of eating and eating meat in a clean way was super simple. I love meat. It was just, so to me, it was, I hate to say it, it was easy to do because I didn't have to calorie restrict. I wasn't counting anything. And I've said this before, if I had to do all of that, I would struggle with that because I just was too lazy to worry about it. Right. And then until my health got very serious, and then I had to do something. So, but I think that was the biggest eye opener to me, was learning that everything's on the grocery shelves is not necessarily as advertised good for you, heart healthy, all the other garbage that we see on the advertised boxes and labels. Read the labels, read the ingredients, and understand what's in the food you're eating.
Yes.
100%. All right.
Carnivore helps with so many different metabolic issues, and we all have our own different metabolic issues here on the screen, and it's helped with all of them, and that's where kind of our paths are crossing. Because we've all found a certain amount of healing with our own issues by doing carnivore, and it's been working for us because it's an elimination diet. You get rid of things, and then you find out, what those things you've been eating or have been doing to you. And for me, it was getting over type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. So, yeah, that's, everything everyone said has been spot on. So just try it.
I didn't realize how many nutrients are actually in meat. And the more I've learned, the more I've realized that we can get everything we need out of animal products. And I didn't know that before. Because you hear about how there's nutrients in vegetables. I never knew there was actual anti-nutrients. That was something new. I didn't realize that there were things in vegetables that were actually bad for us. And so it's once you learn and once you really dig in and you start learning, and you can get everything you need from animal products, and they're not going to contain those anti-nutrients that are going to hurt you. It really helps because it's more than just eliminating. It's also feeding your body what it needs and getting rid of the toxic foods and feeding it what it actually needs. So you start to heal.
You want to know how carnivore is the right way to eat? Is there's no waste. You're not going to the bathroom and putting stuff out. Your body is absorbing everything, and the waste that you do have, it's so small. So you know that your body's burning it and using every ounce that you're putting in.
I know that is the best point. It's just like when people, and now it's so clear to me, but when people find out that you don't poop but every 3 days or something, they get worried for you. It's like, no, that's what it turned out. Having Taco Bell poops every 2 hours is not normal.
Oh my God. I love talking about pooping or the not pooping on Instagram, especially because it triggers the people there so much and it's so entertaining. And I also say, guys, I don't fart anymore. And they just lose their minds. But it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's so fun. It is really funny, though, that they're arguing to have the runs and be flatulent. You're like, you're not healthy unless you smell like a dead dog and you're taking a crap every 5 minutes. And the argument is hilarious now. On the other side of this is so funny to me. Oh my gosh, that makes me laugh so hard. That like people will argue with you. You need to poop more. And it means, it's like, oh, do I? Yeah, gas is normal, huh? It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things for sure.
Carrie and Barry.
Nice.
Carrie and Barry.
Awesome.
Dynamic duo.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Please let go of Captain.
Never again. Never again.
Unless you're trying to gain healthy weight, then fine. That's actually a good thing to make sure you're eating enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I see a little bit of a point because I get it. Like when I was trying to prime and do some stuff, that's a very good point because I was like, I don't know how much am I eating. Like you really get a little bit off because you really don't. Yeah, it's good to have at least one baseline so you can create a visual, so that you can just kind of see it a little bit better. And then, but you don't have to every day. Absolutely,
you have to do it regularly. Yeah,
exactly.
I saw Kelly Hogan 5 years ago, and on August 29, 2023, really touched by Jordan Peterson and his daughter, Joe Rogan, and started the next day. I studied all you guys here 3 to 4 hours daily. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Arlene. Wow.
It's incredible. All right.
Yep.
Keep the main thing. High fat, protein, low carbs, whatever it means. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
100%.
One of the great things about the carnivore community is there's so much good information out there, and it's free. Just take your time and get out there and watch those videos. Like she said, 3 or 4 hours a day, and you'll find your way.
Absolutely.
You're muted, Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Okay. Everybody's journey is different. Look at all of us on the screen right now. We're all different people, so everything's going to be different for all of us. Some people need more fat, some people need the iodine, some people need less salt. It's a mixture. So you got to find out what works for you, and you got to have patience when you do it too. It's not overnight thing. It's going to fix you overnight. It takes time. You got to get rid of everything that was bad in your life before.
Yes.
But the change will come. Look at all of us with how many things that we've all cured. The top row, how much weight the top row has lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
so awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Inspiring.
I've been keto 5 years following Dr. Berry, then found Carrie 30-day carnivore video. Began watching him.
Nice.
Awesome.
His 30-day video has inspired a lot of people, and I know that's what pushed me over the edge too. I was doing carnivore, but I was like not sure of everything. But when I saw his 30-day video, it was like, I'm all in, done. I don't need anything else. When I saw all the stuff that happened with his video, that inspired me. I know I've heard a lot of comments like that.
We all met Carrie in Texas.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I met Carrie in Texas for the first time in person, and his daughters, his beautiful daughters. He is so kind, so sweet, and so handsome in person, I have to say.
I'm like that Todd guy.
Very good.
My husband's lost 50 pounds in 9 months. That has been on the carnivore diet. He's still going and feeling better. I'm doing better. It's amazing. Absolutely.
Awesome, Arlene.
Congratulations.
Yeah, carnivore diet is the closest thing to a miracle pill I've ever had, for sure.
True.
I know if I didn't find it 11 months ago, I wouldn't be here today.
I believe that.
Me too.
I'm amazed how much I have healed in my old age.
If only we all would have known it when we were younger, huh?
No doubt. And I'm not with Lisa, but I'm amazed because my parents are both 78 and 79. I'm amazed at how many folks start at an older age and are just seeing these incredible stories of healing and high energy and memory coming back and different things that are just, man, it's like you said, Michael, if we had all known about this earlier, I mean, just think how much different our older generation would be right now. But I'm so proud and excited that so many of the older generation are hopping on and giving it a shot because they're seeing some incredible results.
We knew. See, back then they knew. Go look at pictures from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. It all changed because the food industry changed and they start pumping out all this fake food, all this processed junk that they start doing. It happened in the 70s. Right when I was growing up, I saw the change. I saw the weight gain.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Sure. Yeah, what's the adjective that wisdom is wasted on the youth or whatever. Or yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about SPG program. Well, we do monthly 30-day carnivore challenges in the Steak and Butter Gang. So SPG stands for Steak and Butter Gang. It is a carnivore community, but you don't have to be carnivore to join us. We have also ketovores in there, animal-based vegans who are lurking and just learning about carnivore as well. And you can join us anytime. Part of the program, a big part of it, is our priming and fasting protocol created by Coach Raymond and Coach Emily. But a new addition to our program that I feel like is absolutely amazing is Todd and Amy's daily open chat, also known as the Chew. And it's 6 hours every single day where you can hop on, hang out with the members, chat with Todd, chat with Amy, and just feel the power of this carnivore lifestyle. Because when you hear from real people, especially members in there, and not from a coach, not from me, not from a doctor, it is that much more inspiring because it's somebody that you can relate to, somebody who maybe has a similar story to you and they're healing the way that you want to. So I feel like that aspect that we brought in is so valuable, and kudos to you, Todd.
Thank you. It's awesome. And that was that was a group of people that were looking for a spot, and that was an awesome, it was awesome that SPG was there to host it and kind of find a spot for everybody. So thank you, Bella, for having us, because it's been pretty awesome. Let's see here.
Pam, as a new member of the Steak and Butter Gang, I'm just in my second week in the 30-day challenge. I'm going to be finishing up my priming and then starting in on the intermittent fasting portion. And I can tell you that it's worth every penny to try it. If you're looking for a path forward and guidance, you'll find everything you need there. The Chew live chat is very, very informative. There's people in there telling their stories and their experiences, and you'll draw so many parallels, so many common threads that you'll be able to relate to. And for somebody who's starting off, the Steak and Butter Gang, I think.
Aw, thank you so much, Brett. That means a lot.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And everybody should go out. Anybody that's starting carnivore, you should really check out Steak and Butter Gang. I really do think it is the best support you can get for starting out by far. Let's see here. Adam, this one's for you.
Oh. So, Adam, I have some really good news on my liver health. It seems the carnivore diet has reversed portal vein hypertension. Sweet, Scott. That's awesome.
That's huge.
That is absolutely incredible. And you've been working really hard at this, and I'm just so proud of everything you've been able to accomplish with this, Scott. I mean, carnivore is the way, right?
Yeah, and that's no small thing. I mean, I was a GI nurse and a hepatology nurse, so I understand the importance of that, because when you're dealing with portal hypertension, you're talking about major issues with liver cirrhosis, esophageal varices. It is serious, and so that's huge.
That's one more thing to chalk up to the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
I keep finding more things all the time. There's another one.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Low carb. Yep. Code word for carnivore, low carb.
I think Dr. Nelson is quoting himself here that the sugar is
So
It
true.
couldn't be more right.
Good quote.
100%. That's awesome.
Yay. Good.
Thank you.
Huh. Lose weight and gain health.
Did all you fast, lose weight, and gain health? I fasted to heal was the biggest reason I fast, specifically lymphatic issues.
Mm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say from my journey I fasted to lose weight and gain health, because before fasting, and more important than the fasting, is I ate enough finally for the first time in my life. And you can call it priming, you can call it just eating more than you ever have. You can call it doing 3 meals a day, 5 meals a day. For me, it was 5 meals a day to feel like I was eating enough. So I think that's actually more important than doing the intermittent fasting portion of your health journey, is to first get that nourishment down. And I think Raymond said it earlier today in the meeting. He said most people just cannot fathom the fact that you're sick, you're weak, you're not feeling great because you're actually malnourished, not because you're overweight or you're eating way too much than you should or that you're over exercising. The most important part is that you're malnourished. So just eat enough first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And eat the right
I did
stuff.
some intermittent fasting when I was doing keto years ago, and I really didn't see a whole lot of progress. It wasn't until I became carnivore and started eating the meat fat-based diet that I started to actually heal and lose weight and gain muscle, and I've gained bone according to my smart scale. And the only the fasting kind of comes with being really full. I mean, there's some days where you just automatically intermittent fast, and I haven't done any longer fast than that yet. But but it was really making sure you get the nourishment with the meat that was started me on the journey of healing and weight loss.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, yeah, and it's it is a it's hard to get your mind wrapped around it, especially if you're really overweight. Especially if you're 5, 6, 700 pounds.
Yes.
And then you've seen doctors for 20 years, and they've been like, you gotta restrict calories. Let's cut your stomach out so you can get less food and less calories, right? And then I mean, it is kind of wacky to wrap your mind around. I gotta eat more.
Right.
But it truly is it was the magic pill,
Yeah, more of the right food though.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
That's the key. Yeah.
Did all of you or no, we already did that one. Sorry. Next. I love the Chew the Fat. Thanks to Todd and Amy and Bella. I'd be lost how to heal and get my health back without this help.
Speaking of Amy,
there she is.
Hey. Hi, Coach.
Sherry was just singing your praise, actually.
Yeah, look at the comment on the screen, Amy.
Yay.
Oh, thank you, Sherry.
So awesome.
That's wonderful.
All right, so we've asked everybody, Amy, what was your favorite part of Texas?
My favorite part. I think my favorite part was Fogo de Chao and meeting all the members. Because I mean, that was pretty powerful. There were quite a few women that talked to me there, and then before and after, like just randomly in the exhibit hall, who started crying. And so it was very touching because I didn't recognize them at all. They're people I didn't know. And so, you always like think, well, so, I connected with so-and-so, I knew so-and-so, but these are women I didn't know at all. So that was pretty wild. And that was really neat. And then, of course, meeting Todd and Lindy and Bella and Max. Oh, look, there's Missy.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, Melissa. She actually hopped on the live earlier.
Oh, good. That's good for her.
Camera off, though, of course.
Oh.
I just don't understand. She's so pretty.
She's so shy. Hi,
Yes.
Michael.
I think she's a CIA operative. I'm just going to put that out there.
Could be it.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi, Brett. Hi, Adam.
Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Lynn, how are you?
Hi, great.
Good. What have you guys been talking about?
Well, we were talking about you behind your back, and now you're here. So
We're all quiet now.
let's see. Everybody, I'm just going through the questions. We all answered this. How did you find carnivore, Amy?
I found carnivore because, well, I always heard Amber O'Hearn talk about it when I was paleo, like a decade ago. So I had exposure to it there, but I never tried it. And then when I had kidney disease, I came across some strange, nerdy dad on the internet making YouTube videos about how he healed his kidneys with ribeye. And he's like an accountant. I mean, just like you knew it was real because he wasn't some kind of showboater or wannabe influencer. And I was like, that's weird. You know, he healed his kidneys with ribeye. And then I found some other crazy person, Cole Robinson, and then another guy healing kidneys with fasting. So I researched both of those, and I ended up giving it a shot. I was miserable. I ate the ribeyes and fasted, but it was all white knuckling. I didn't know how to cook the steak very well. It took about eight months to reverse my numbers. And after that, I got cleared with my blood work, and then I gained it all back, plus 30 pounds more. Got really scared. That took 9 months. Got really scared, realized that I had a big problem and my kidney disease was probably going to come back. So then I decided to go full bore. I did it by myself for 3 months, and then I found Steak and Butter Gang, and that sealed the deal. Because in Steak and Butter Gang, I really learned how to eat it and not be miserable, how to fast. So Steak and Butter Gang, super fan. That's how I found it.
Love you. Love it.
Your hat's so cute, Lindy.
Oh, thank you. It's actually Ella's. We swapped.
So cute. I love Ella too. How is Ella?
She's at work at the moment, but she said to say hello to everyone. So, yeah.
Does she have a little boyfriend? Oh, it's cute. It's Brett and Ashley.
Oh, it's not official, but yeah, kind of.
Oh,
Yes, we were making a reel together. That was fun.
I love that.
Oh yeah, they made
It's actually a video. That's
there's a video.
You can find it on Instagram.
Oh,
so awesome.
Carnivore camp at its finest, right there.
That's right.
Yes,
that was so fun.
Man, I love that food.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, Ashley.
Too. I'm sorry.
Do you ship to Chicago? That's what I want to know.
I love that Dr. Baker wore that not vegan friendly shirt in the airport the next day.
Yeah.
Not vegan friendly.
those are great pictures.
Oh,
This lady on the left is awesome. Her name is Dr. Nicole Hewitt, and she has a brand new channel called Dr. Nick and I See Medicine Women. And because we were packed out at the meetup and didn't have any room, her and I were the two last to get seated. So we got seated together and we got to talk the whole time. And she is absolutely amazing. She's hopefully she's going to get a lot of subscribers on her channel. She just started putting out videos.
Yay!
What was their channel again? Dr. Nick?
It's Dr. I'll put it in the comments. Dr. And I don't remember if there's a period or not. So if I don't spell it right, Nick Medicine Woman.
Oh.
And she has quite a story herself.
Nice. Oh, somebody put it in the chat, her channel. But also, by the way, Karen Miles is here, who we were just talking about. Karen, we were talking about your meetup. So you got a shout out for your amazing carnivore meetup. If you want to put the details, Karen Miles, in the chat so people can go to your meetup. She does meetups all the time. She's the meetup queen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yay.
Oh, D. Lee says I reversed chronic kidney disease stage 3A with carnivore.
Wow.
That's the same as me, stage 3.
Oh, wow.
In months, D. Lee says. In months. Blood test confirmed. Awesome.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
How many people are in here? How can you tell?
There's 107 in here right now.
Oh, that's
nice.
Neat. And everybody already came in earlier? Was there any nudity?
No nudity.
We stopped Todd from doing it. He wanted to.
I just said that everybody was lucky I kept my clothes on in Texas. It was so hot. It was so freaking hot there. I couldn't take it. But we did adhere to rule number 1. So.
Do you know rule number 1, Adam?
I do not. Do I want to?
What's rule? Brad knows rule number 1: no naked people in the chat, unless you're a free range baby.
We did have one of those here at this process.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
So is that why you had Free Range Baby as your name, Todd?
Yeah, loophole. Question: do all of you eat eggs? In a big way, yes.
Yes,
I do.
Yeah.
Not as many as Todd.
I
but-
can only eat yolks because egg whites are high histamine, and I have to be very careful because of my mast cell disease. But I do make an egg yolk scramble, and I just add water and kind of fluff it up real good, and it makes it actually pretty good. So
nice. Love it.
I want to say congratulations here. 24 weeks carnivore, 82 pounds gone as of today. The photos tell the story in their own way.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Congrats.
That's great.
Congratulations. Let's see here.
82 pounds in 24 weeks.
Great.
It's less than 6 months.
that's
amazing.
a lot.
Easy.
So good.
That's
Good
great.
job.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Yes. There we go. Details. Sounds fun. That sounds so fun, Karen.
Work up their appetites and then east.
Exactly. Perfect.
There we go. June 23rd,
wow.
playing pickleball at 10 a.m.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
You got such a great energy. Karen does.
The most energy. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Something tells me that Todd would play pickleball with a tomahawk.
And a real pickle.
100%. I think we just created a sport right there, Michael.
Yeah.
I want to watch Todd and Michael play.
Well, the winner gets to eat the tomahawks. The loser has to eat the pickle.
My racket keeps getting smaller. I don't know why.
Like tomahawk ball.
Take a bite every time you take a bite. Yeah.
Ella would be good at that too. I saw her chewing that tomahawk in her video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Oh, you just got an invitation, Bella.
Oh, yeah. She invited me personally. I appreciate it, Karen, but we do not want to do push-ups with you. She forces us to do push-ups in front of her. She's a coach. Next time we'll come. Love you, Karen.
You're gonna make you're gonna make Max feel bad. Push-up challenges you.
Karen, say hi to Kelly Hogan for all of us, and we want to see her
say hi.
in Tampa next year at Hack Your House.
She needs to be at the next carnivore camp.
She needs to be there.
Right?
Yes, she does. Yes.
Gotta show him pictures of the Ashley spread there that he made, and that should get him people in there.
A tomahawk with her name on it.
Right.
For sure. That's awesome. You guys have any questions for us? Put a Q in front of them, please, in the chat, and let us know if you have any questions. We got about 30 more minutes, so we'd like to make sure we answer them all for you.
Ashley, were you and your wife able to find lots of good meat to eat on your vacation, on your anniversary vacation?
Thanks for asking that, Amy. Yeah, it was definitely challenging because of language barrier. My wife is gluten-free, and so it was a little bit easier, but it was very clear and obvious that there was a lot of people that had no idea as she was asking, and they said, yes, this is gluten-free, and they had no idea. So that was challenging. I did really good. We found the very first day, we found a place that just made some hamburger meat patties. So we stuck with that for the every day at lunch. In fact, we had that. And there was a lot of seafood that I tried that was really, really good, but I never knew exactly what it was cooked in. Likely some seed oils and stuff. And I definitely was feeling it by the end of the vacation. So we did really good. Our effort was definitely an A+. It was just sometimes the language barrier got us, and they just couldn't really tell us what was cooked in. But we had the omelets, and we asked them to go get butter, and they went and got butter, and they made it in the butter, and it was really good. And then all of a sudden, right at the very end, they toss a cup of oil on it or something, right? And you're like, no, but no, it was good pretty much for the most part. We did really well with it.
Awesome.
But it was challenging. All you can eat places like that are complicated because you don't really know how things are prepared. But then on top of that, the language barrier was difficult too. So, we made the best.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Thanks for
How many years married?
23 years was our.
Wow.
Awesome.
So,
Congrats.
Yeah.
Adam, are you married?
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is your wife carnivore?
She is not.
She's not. My husband's not either, but he tries.
Right. She eats a lot more meat than she did before, but
that's right.
She's not 100% carnivore. So one of these days it'll happen.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keep working on her.
Yeah. Max is not full carnivore either. And in fact, when we were in Texas, he was eating straight up carbs in front of Anthony. And Anthony was just saying, you're such a loser for eating carbs.
That's funny. So called out.
Yeah.
That's funny. Ever since we got from Texas, since my husband was able to be around everybody, and of course he's carnivore with me, but he kind of cheats a little bit too. He now says WWCD, which is what would Chafee do?
Nah.
That's his mantra now.
Totally.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he sees something that he would be tempted to eat, he's now going WWCD.
That's funny.
That is the best steak I've ever had. That steak that I ate, so good.
It was fantastic.
Brett and Ashley made really good.
He made so many of them. Which one was it?
I know it's
all of them.
All of it. All of it.
All of them.
All of them were legitimately my favorite. Karen asked, how many did you have in your first coaching group, Bella?
Love you, Karen. I know why she asked that, because she was one of the first in that first ever coaching group. She was one of the members. So
Wow.
Karen is the ultimate OG. She has been in the gang since day one for 5 years now, and she still shows up to the meetings. It's amazing. And we had 10 in the first ever group.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
What was it called? Bella's Babes?
Yes, it was.
Those babes.
It was all girls, and now we have a lot of gentlemen now. So, yeah.
How did you do you deal with oxalate dumping?
Adam, I'm sure you had oxalate dumping.
I did. Yeah, it wasn't actually that fun because I didn't know what was happening, and I didn't know about oxalate dumping at the time. So it started as it was basically the size of a baseball at the bottom of my back, and then it started to work its way up my back, and then it split at the shoulder blades.
Wow.
Came up and over the top, and this is over a period of months. Came up and over the top, and then combined itself in the front again, and then went down towards my belly button, and then it finally went away. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Wow.
Wait a minute. It sounds
You sure
like
that wasn't an alien?
I think it was.
I was just gonna say you got bit by a radioactive spider and you were turned into a spider.
It was. I named it
Yeah,
Todd.
wasn't there a movie about that?
Right. But yeah, it was. It wasn't like really super painful, but it was annoying to the point where I had to research, what's going on. And then I found Sally Norton, and I was like, oh, it's probably just oxalates, and I'll do the same thing I've always done, which is not go to the doctor, which might not be smart, but it finally went away after about probably 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
It's awesome. Dr. Chafee definitely tells it like it is.
It really does.
Any helpful hints on starting over on carnivore after a year break? I'm back on, but it's harder this time.
Well, you did it before.
What do you say, Coach?
Well, that's what happened to me. Is I started over after I had healed my kidney disease, and it wasn't a year, but it was almost 9 months. And so I used bridges and crutches. I had tried to restart carnivore so many times in between when I got my kidney numbers better and that time, and I couldn't do it. I could not keep it going. So I decided to change a few things, and it worked. So the first thing I did was I didn't want to deal with the diarrhea. I don't know why, but when you start carnivore, it's kind of oppressive. I mean, your body's detoxing from all the sugar. Well, in my case, I'm a sugar addict. And so I was withdrawing from sugar. And then you kind of feel sorry for yourself because it's a little rough, to just only eat meat and get adjusted to that. And so it's kind of oppressive. So then if you have diarrhea on top of it, it just feels like hell. So I used lipase, the enzyme lipase. I didn't have any diarrhea at all. I had heard about that, I think, on World Carnivore Tribe, Baker's Facebook group. Works like a charm. The second thing I did was I used flavored electrolytes. And I drank 3 servings of that a day, and it was nirvana. It was like I ate the meat, but then I was so thirsty. I was like, I have to do something about the thirst. Anyway, I really enjoyed that 3 times a day. It kind of held me over. And then the third thing I did was like a little trick for my sugar addiction. I would take some cream cheese, like anywhere from a quarter to a third of a block of cream cheese, and put it in a little bowl and put some cinnamon and put it in the microwave for just like 10 seconds. And I ate it every single time I had a sugar craving for 3 months, which is after every meal. Intense sugar cravings after every meal, when the blood sugar got stimulated, and then in between. So I'd end up eating like a block and a half of cream cheese a day for 3 months to get over my sugar craving, and it worked. Just all that fat, eat it, and I could feel my sugar craving just go straight down. Anyway, those 3 things kept me carnivore until I found Steak and Butter Gang. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the stuff that makes you fall off the wagon, don't ignore them. Find things that solve it, even if it's not carnivore, so you can stay carnivore.
Great advice. For sure. Caramel
Yes.
says she is the OG.
She is. Love you.
That's awesome. I had oxalate dumping too brutal. Doctor. I did go to the doctor and they had no idea what they were talking about. Shocking. Let's see. Adam, I think you've scared some people.
Yeah, it was a little scary. I got to be honest.
That is crazy.
It was.
Yeah.
We better stop talking about this, or people are gonna start jumping off the keto or the carnivore.
It's got to get out of your system, though. So it's
For sure.
Yeah.
Dr. Nelson had it too. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but see that I might have been a special case too, because I was eating a vegan diet prior to the carnivore diet, and I went straight into it. So I was eating like a trash bag full of spinach every single day in all these smoothies, and that's the healthy thing, right? It's full of vitamins and oxalates. I didn't know that, so but that's likely what the cause was for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I knew you had oxalate dumping, because I knew you were a vegan beforehand. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then that's interesting. You were half right. You should have just left it in the trash bag where it belonged.
I think it was 2 rabbits he had in them. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh man. Let's see. I want to go once around the horn and see if anybody's got anything that they want to shout out that they're working on. Ashley, how about we go with you first?
Sure. I mentioned it a little earlier, but we'll hopefully get a DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area meetup going on at some point here in the near future. So stay tuned for that once we find a date and get that set up. And I was going to close with an ask or an invite to your 4th of July fireworks display. So I want to make sure we're all invited.
Are you going to cook?
You are all invited. For sure.
I got to see some videos of that, and I'm like, that was epic.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on out. Where it's we try to top ourselves every year, and then we do have a 500-gallon smoker you can give us tips on.
No, you're sure you got that thing rolling. That's awesome, though. No,
For sure.
And thanks for the invite to this. This has been so much fun just getting to catch back up with everybody. I love it. It's so good. I've got my carnivore camp video almost complete. Hopefully I'll get that out in the next couple of days, but it's got a lot of our behind the scenes footage of what we were doing and everything that we all were part of putting together. And so I'm excited about getting that out, but hopefully in the next couple of days we'll get that so everybody can see it. It was great.
Tell everybody where they can find you, Ashley.
Yeah, sure. My channel is called The Carnivore Brothers, and I'm on there usually with my brother Rhett, who's up in the Ridgefield, Washington area, and we just started this carnivore journey together. So we did the channel just to document our stories, but we still live a long ways away. So a lot of it's individual, but we love to get together on live streams and cook meats with each other and competitions with each other and whatever we can do. So, but it's just been fun. So he wishes he could have been as part of that in Austin too. That's for sure. He missed out.
He might be coming down to Wyoming, right?
Trying to talk him into it. Yeah, I think he's checking to see if he's going to be able to get that to work. That would be awesome. So I'll make sure I keep you guys posted if he does.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Right on. Absolutely.
Deb Olson, there we go.
First person going.
First RSVP right there.
Right, there you go.
All right, Adam, what do you got? What are you up to? You're not doing anything interesting, like I don't know, maybe a documentary or something,
Right, yeah. It's a very daunting task, especially after sort of the aftermath of all the footage that we took at Hack Your Health. It was absolutely an incredible and amazing time that we had there. 14 interviews, and now we have a total of 26 interviews that we have completed for the documentary. It doesn't seem like there's any end in sight. So, I'm really excited for what we're going to be able to put together for the first segment of what we need to have done in terms of editing, which is the Angel Studios Torch. So it's going to be sort of like a 8 to 10 minute long version of the documentary. So we're getting that put together now with the editor, and he has all the footage and everything that he needs. We're just waiting on you, John. So we got that going. Like I said before, we're going to try to make a stop in Riverton on our way to Alaska to film Bill for his 1 year update. So we've got that potentially coming up. Carrie was asked to speak at a carnivore conference in Adelaide, Australia. So it's potential that I might be going along with him as well. And then hopefully we can then meet up with Lindy and film her in Australia. That would be really cool. So especially get her on a rebounder and doing her thing and interacting with her bird and the koalas and everything else.
Watch out, I hear they poop.
Right.
Yeah, 200 times a day.
No joke.
Yeah.
I think you can pack Ashley to come and cook for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go, Ashley.
I'm in.
Wow.
Ashley, what temperature do you smoke kangaroo at?
That's a good
I'll have a
question.
smoker by then. So yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
need some lessons.
Lindy, you warned me against eating kangaroo, so I don't think I'm going to do that.
It's very lean, they say. I haven't eaten it, and I won't eat Skippy. So yeah.
Skippy.
Anyways, that's what we've got going on. I started rambling there a little bit, so yep, looking forward to it.
I have two questions. One, what do you do with all your spare time?
I write love notes to Todd.
Confirmed. And two, where can everybody find you?
Carnivore Today, YouTube, Instagram, all the socials. You can find me there. Facebook seems to be going really well with Carnivore Today, but Healing Humanity Movie is our YouTube channel. And if you want to check out the documentary project, go to healinghumanity.movie and check out what we got going there. We have a new team page there. We're still adding a few others. We need to get Ashley on there. We need to get Brett on there, and I think Ollie is another one. She was a latecomer with getting some information to us, but and then we have the experts page. Lynn has been working really, really hard on all of the health topic pages, so that should be coming soon. I believe Lindy has got sort of a makeover, facelift, if you will, coming in the near future. So yeah, it's really a group effort by everybody, and we can't thank everybody enough for everything that they're doing for us. And it's a blessing to just be a part of it. So
yeah,
totally agree. And speaking of, there we go for sure. Speaking of Lynn, what are you up to? What do you want to put out there for the people?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of my time is focused on what I'm helping with behind the scenes with Healing Humanity, with the documentary. Adam keeps adding more and more to my plate.
Sorry.
But that's a good thing. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's great. So, a lot of it's behind the scenes work there, and, still reviewing the hundreds and hundreds of applicants that we, receive videos on, and working now, collaborating with Lindy on this fitness challenge. That's kind of a fun thing. And then, trying to put videos out on my own channel in the meantime too.
Perfect. And what channel is that, and where can they find you?
So my channel is Midlife Carnivore, and I have an Instagram under the same name, which sadly I'm not very active on, but you can DM me there, or if you want to reach out to me, I am through my channel, it's midlifecarnivore@gmail.com, or if it's related to Healing Humanity, I have Lynn at healinghumanity.movie.
That's awesome. And Brett, you got some exciting stuff coming up, I know. What do you got going on?
Yeah. Well, I'm also trying to work on getting my video out from Pack Your Health and the weekend we spent there. But I'm having a meetup, my second meetup here on the north side of Indianapolis. It's going to be August 4th. It's that beautiful Morse Reservoir. I already rented the shelter. It holds 100 people. It's right on the lake. There's all kinds of activities to do. And this is going to be a bring your own meat and grill it. There's built-in grills there, and we're bringing in a couple other grills. So everybody's going to kind of bring their own meat, and we're going to grill. And we've got the shelter all day. I got it all the way from noon to 9 p.m. when the park closes. And it's just going to be a really great time. There's a playground, and there's a little beach, and you can fish, and there's walking trails, there's volleyball pit. So really looking forward to having a lot of people out. I've already got, as a matter of fact, I just checked my email and have another person RSVP. So I'm up to 12 already, and we're still, several weeks away. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. And I'm also going to make a video soon on my experiences on the Steak and Butter Gang.
Wow.
And my experience with the first 2 weeks of priming, and then starting with the intermittent fasting protocol. I started right at week 1, level 0, and I'm just going to work through and do the whole thing. So see where I end up on the end. I know I'm going to be in a better place already. So.
For sure. Well, we can't wait to follow you along on that. And where can everybody find you, Brett?
They can find me at Hoosier Carnivore on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
That's awesome.
Oh, and let's help Bella get to 300,000 subs. She's almost there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're so
Almost
sweet.
there. She's getting
That is
very
awesome.
close.
So much. Thank you.
Speaking of which, Bella, what we're going to start calling you the 3 Gs because it's Steak and Butter Gal, Steak and Butter Guy, and Steak and Butter Gang. What are you up to? What are you up to?
Well, like I mentioned, I'm really just riding high off of meeting carnivores in person and getting to hang out with my team. I'm addicted, and I'm already looking forward to the next one, which will definitely be Wyoming. And after Wyoming, Adam mentioned the Australia event. I think it's called Carnivore Collective. Currently talking to the organizer of that event, but it's definitely confirmed that I'll be there with Max. So I will definitely get to hang out with Adam, Carrie, Lindy,
Awesome.
Todd, everybody who shows up. Cannot wait. And after that, there's going to be a retreat that you all should go to. It's called Meat Stock Retreat by Scott Everson, Wired for Healing. I'll get more details. I'll keep you guys posted. And it's also open to anyone who's watching this live stream to go hang out there, stay at the retreat, connect with all of the carnivore speakers. It's going to be amazing. But you can find me at Steak and Butter Gal, and I'll post all of these meetups events on my platform. So we hope to meet you guys in person. Yay.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Amy.
Well, I'm always working on my ass. I don't know if that counts.
Me too.
But I'm also working on using this thing called exposure therapy to help people learn how to not fall off the wagon, and to do it now while they're enthused about carnivore and not in a year and a half after they lost all their weight. I'm really enjoying that.
That's awesome. Where can they find you, Amy?
Just Carnivore Amy on Instagram.
There. Who am I missing? Michael, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I got a pretty big announcement to make. Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right. So you guys know that I'm missing my dogs, my girls. So I needed something to get in my life that would give me enjoyment and, keep me company during the day. So let me see if I can get them to come over here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Stubborn.
Oh my gosh! Did you know this, Todd? Did you know this?
No, this is why it's a big announcement. He's so stubborn, and he's got really short legs, and stubborn.
Is he a pig? A piglet?
Baby cow? He can eat. Okay.
So I'm hearing that you had a child.
I got
stubborn.
I got
Stubborn short legs.
All right. So.
I knew it.
Thanks, baby.
Look
at that.
Oh, you made that on your 3D printer.
I love that.
Talented.
Todd, do you like steaks?
Oh my
Well, you got to show the audience the picture.
Yeah, you gotta show it.
You got to show the picture that you made now, so that everybody knows the lifelike representation you made.
And
That
you
is
should
well done.
also show when Todd was a little girl.
Oh, thank you for
I'm
putting
sorry.
that.
Wrong picture. Wrong picture, Todd.
Wow. Look at those curls.
I'm sorry. I
Rule
always
number one.
do that. I don't know why. It's an easy mistake, Todd.
This is what happens when you get a. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, wow.
Love the shorts.
Wow.
So yeah, I got Todd in real life now,
That's so
I love it.
and he spins his head. He's a little possessed.
Well done. Well done. I am so. Why didn't I hit the off button for you? I should have.
Hey,
So
Michael,
can we
the
see
next
those on
step is a
an
tattoo.
online store soon?
Yeah.
Where can we
Selling
buy
those on
one?
your website?
Michael, if you sell those on your shop, one, I'm going to sue you for likeness, but two, you will sell a lot of them.
Yeah. I love it.
Did you live in Australia?
That is awesome. Well done. Yeah, you got everybody rolling. Lindy, what are you working on? And tell me you didn't help Michael with that menagerie he just did.
I knew nothing about that. I was waiting for little puppy to jump on his lap, but that was better. I'm sorry. I love that. Yeah, and that one doesn't talk back either, so win-win.
No.
Yeah,
He
I'm
just
currently
shakes his
working.
head.
So cool. Yeah, just doing a Batwing challenge or an arm flab challenge with Lynn. So that's my sort of thing at the moment. We're doing a 30-day challenge to tighten up these arms. So that's something that, we're definitely working towards and hoping to get some improvement there. But I'll have to start ramping up my channel again. I've been on a bit of a break looking after my girls and getting over Texas. So hopefully in the next week I'll get another video up and skin surgery is on the cards for February. It's all booked in. So I'll start to document my journey there as well. So lots to look forward to.
Nice.
Love that.
That's awesome, Lindy.
Where can they find you, Lindy?
At Limitless Lindy on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
That's awesome. Man, thank you guys for coming. This has been fantastic. It's been such a this 3 hours just flew right by today, and it was so fun. And seeing all this, all you guys is just like I can't wait till the next meetup.
Yes.
No, miss you all so much. Yeah,
Oh, can't wait.
For
it's the
sure.
best time.
Soon. very
Welcome,
soon.
Michael.
What
Are
was
you
that?
coming? Are you coming?
We will see.
Michael's coming. Michael's coming to the Florida one for sure.
Hard commitment.
Hard commitment. I am driving to Chicago, and I'm going to stand on the worst street in Chicago.
Oh, no.
If he doesn't,
Can I bring my little guy with me?
Wait,
Better.
Why do I feel like you're going to put needles in that thing or something tonight?
I have been. I've been stabbed. That's why your knee's been hurting you.
That's awesome. But man, we appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thanks for putting this together.
Night, guys.
Thank
Happy
you,
Father's Day.
everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.